We're gonna start today's game of D&D. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Egan. I'll be your dungeon master, your guide into this game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
We do have two new players, so welcome and thank you for
hello.
joining us. We have the Bastard and SA. Do you guys have a first name you want to go by for um, our game? Your player name is gonna be considered the house of any character you play, so it's like your family name.
I
Hold,
think
hold up.
I like
So we have
uh,
to choose a house name.
Well, you're usually your player name. Lots of players like to use their first or last name.
Okay. Okay. So I am my player name. Um. Hmm. So do I just choose a name, or do I have to be like my actual name?
So it's different from your character
Can
name.
I?
Character name is like the first name for your character, but your player name. So my player name, my real name is Ekin in real life, right? So that's my player name. So any character I play is of house or clan Ekin. They're of the Ekin household, right? So then,
Okay.
same
So
thing. Yeah.
I'm from. So I choose my real life name,
Yeah, you can choose your
real
first or
life name,
last.
and that's
Yeah.
my.
Hmm.
Okay, and my so there are two names. There's the house name and then there's the player name, right?
Right. So your
Okay,
player name and your
so
character name. Hmm.
mm,
You can see like for example the
so
player
the player
Boomer,
name
his
is the
character is
character name.
the player name is your real name, and that's your character's house, and your character name is your character's name. So that's like their first name.
Okay, well, my
mm,
player name. These are all names I actually use for myself in real life. So my player name, so the house name is gonna be uh, Jaber,
How do you spell it?
which is written Gaber. Jaber.
Very
mm.
nice. Okay, so you're Jabber. Nice to meet you. And any
You can
player
also
or
Javer.
uh,
any
uh,
character you play will be under
Uh,
House Jabber. Um,
exactly.
Essay. Do you have a first or last name you want to use?
say.
Is your mic not working?
Kiri, is this the person you invited?
No, this is Egan's.
Oh, did they have a mic when you spoke to him?
She did. Mhm.
Might be my um.
SA. You there? You're muted, by the way. Oh,
I didn't really understand.
Oh, okay. But yes,
So
your
can
name
I
is
use
Hisa.
Hissa? Can I use
Hmm.
Hissa?
Yep, that'll be your player name, and then you will get a character name later based on what you roll up. So,
Okay.
uh, nice to meet you, Hisa. Nice to meet you, Gabber, Jabber. My name is Iken, and these are some returning players: is Boomer, Kiri, and Sylvia. So, thank you for joining us. The first part of our game is called pre-gaming or preparation. So, this is our time to create characters or prepare characters for the adventure, and basically get our group ready to play, pretty much, so that we're all prepared and good to go, have a good chance of winning. But let me introduce you to D&D first. So if you're not familiar, we are playing original Dungeons and Dragons. We have house rules here to reflect a certain style of play. Um, a good introduction can be found in the bulletin, but typically in this game, you're going to seek your fame and fortune from beyond the realm of mankind. Beyond the realm of mankind, much coin is to be made, where peril and doom will continue to press upon the borders of humanity. So, to join here, you will waken your valor, you will arm yourself with courage, and you will march against the force of chaos. And from settlement to settlement, you will join parties of adventurers. You will band together with them weekly to carry the battle to this enemy, the forces of chaos, right? Such adventures meet the forces of chaos in a testing ground, where only the fittest will return to relate the tale, be it trap-filled dungeons or uncharted wilderness, provided you survive our games and win. Be you fighter or magic user, cleric or thief, you'll be tried in the fire of combat in your hunt for monsters, treasures, and bounties, to to return hardened and more fit to fight chaos wherever it threatens to infect the realm, and promise its conquerors riches. So this is a campaign for Fame and Fortune in a world of Dungeons and Dragons, and we're gonna use house rules that inspire a certain style of play, uh, certain style of the old school experience, which focuses on, of course, dungeon crawling, survival horror, and treasure hunting. Three major things that original D&D was all about. Modern D&D is quite different now, so it's not the same. If you've played D&D before, this is original D&D, so it's a bit different. Most of your time is going to be spent in the dungeon, guarded by dragons. So that's pretty much everything there is to playing D&D. The point of playing is to, of course, have fun, tell these kind of stories, and experience how people played in the 80s, right? All you're going to need to play is very simple. It's you just need voice chat, pencil and paper, and good attention for a few hours of gaming. It goes by very quickly. Surprisingly, people think that it's a long time, but they play it and they're like, "What? We're already done?" Like, yeah, we only play for a few hours at a time. So
Okay.
that's it. So far to what D&D is all about. Do you have a question or concern? Kisa, are you good? Jabber?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, very good. So you only need three materials besides the voice chat you're in right now. I recommend, it's not required. You can use your notepad on your phone too, but I do recommend real pencil and papers. Okay. And then I also recommend you have a nice
Y-
cold drink
you
next to you.
recommend?
So I recommend a
Okay.
pencil
So
and a paper. You do not need much to play D&D.
so okay. So a real pen and like real pen and paper. I'm gonna get some.
Hmm.
I was planning to use like a notepad on the computer, but actual pen and paper, I have that right here, which is fine. If you
Yes.
that's what you actually recommend. And
Hmm.
for a nice cold drink, I don't have one. That's
Ah,
fine.
it's okay.
Okay.
It's recommended but not required. So anything you can drink or do is fine. And lastly,
Water.
yes, water's good. Um, that's pretty much it. You just need a nice cold drink, pencil and paper, and the voice chat. That's it. So three things. Okay. Um, but before you can join our game, we're gonna do preparation. Before we can play, we have to prepare. There's three parts to a D&D game. There's preparation or pre-gaming. There's gameplay or playing the game, and then there's post-game or ending the game. So that's it. You're going to prepare. To prepare, since you're new, you need to find out what character you are in the world of D&D. So it's going to be randomly generated. You're going to enter the world of D&D, and it's all played in your imagination. How it's kind of done is you're going to imagine like the dungeon master is like your fortune teller. They're going to describe to you what you are going to experience in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, and you must do your best to imagine it and picture it in your head, the scenario, so you can make a good decision. From there, once you understand what's going on in the story, you can make an action. You will typically discuss with your friends, your party members, on what to do, and then you will decide your action, what you will try to do to win, right? Whether that be marching or sneaking or fighting, right? So those are that's the second step to playing. You're gonna listen to the dungeon master, then you're gonna decide your action. The last step is the dungeon master and you will figure out what happens. Typically, with a roll of the dice. Say for example, the dungeon master says, there's an orc up ahead in the grasses, and is marching toward you. What do you want to do, right? And you will say, well, is he hostile? Dungeon master might tell you, yes, he's drawing his weapon. He looks very mad. Then you can draw your weapon too, right? So I'll draw my weapon, right? And I'll prepare for a combat. And then of course dice is rolled, initiative roll. Two dice rolled, and you understand who attacks first. Then you roll to see if you can hit, and if you hit, then you roll damage to see if you killed your monster. Okay, so that's it. That's how you play D&D. But you'll do it with your party, so you will not be alone. You'll need brothers in arms, right? Because there's usually a lot more monsters, so you'll need comrades, right, to help you survive the expedition. That's why we're all gathered here, to meet up at the tavern and discuss plans and set out for an adventure together.
Can
Um,
you die?
can you die? Yes. If you die, you lose. That is the only way you can lose. If you
O-
die, you are out of the game.
okay, so if I die, okay, cool. So if you die, you're out of the game.
But if you like the game, you can come back to play
So,
again and roll a new character. So,
oh, okay.
but once you
So
die,
I can
you
come back to
lose.
play.
Yep.
Okay. So in the same round, you can come back multiple times.
Usually no, but if the party goes back to the town to recruit more soldiers, then yes. But typically,
Okay.
you're gonna have one character to play. Eventually, your character will build a small army. You will recruit soldiers to your ranks, and then if you die, they can take your place, and you can play as your soldiers. They will be promoted to your position.
Oh, okay.
hmm So you're a soldier of fortune,
Okay,
a
interesting.
mercenary. Let's see. All right. So before we can set out, we need to see what your first character is, right? The first step to creating your character is to determine your character's ability scores. These are a reflection of your character's capabilities, their talents and flaws. Alright, so we're going to do Jabbers first, then we'll roll a one for Hisa, and then if anyone else wants a new character, we can roll you a new character too. But first is Jabber. First ability we roll is your strength.
Okay,
This
cool.
is a reflection of hand-to-hand combat skills. Okay, so let's see. 3
Okay.
to 8 is considered low. 9 to 12 is normal. 13 to 18 is high.
So
Jabber,
this is
yours,
my strength.
yes, your character is young still. He's very weak early on. He's got a 4 strength. He's one of the weakest men in his village. But you have time to build yourself as you survive more adventures. So do not feel bad if you roll low. There's a lot of room for improvement.
You can gain in strength.
Yes, you will grow in strength. If you survive adventures and level up, you will rise, right? You're the underdog when it comes to strength because you got a very low strength right now. 3 is the lowest. You have a 4 strength. So you're like a small young man with very weak arms, right? But you can get better. Okay. Next is your intelligence. This is a reflection of your character's knowledge over the world. Okay, so yours has 12. It's good. Or no, 10. That's good. That's normal. So you can speak, read, and write. Only about 50% of the
Wait.
people in the world of D&D can actually read and write.
Okay, so my intelligence is normal or is it high?
It is normal. Yes, it's 10. So you can write on your paper. Um, Here's a way to write a character
Yeah,
sheet
I'm
if you
ready.
want.
I'm ready.
You, yeah, you just get a list of numbers. So like STR, you write 4. INT,
Yeah,
you write uh, 10. Okay, intelligence. Next
I'm
is your
ready. Yeah.
wisdom. Your wisdom is a reflection of your character's sensibility and faith. Yours is very, very low,
Oh,
unfortunately. 3.
oh,
So he is a major underdog. Not a very
ain't looking
sensible
good.
young man.
That
Not very strong
is.
either.
Hey, maybe
Oof.
you'll make up for it with like dexterity.
Okay, here's your dexterity. It's your hand-eye coordination,
That's
your
super scary
reflexes.
in the game.
Alright, here we go. That's 12. That's pretty good. So he's
Yeah,
pretty
Gotta
quick.
roll good
really good.
eventually.
Alright, and here's your constitution. It's how tough your character is. His endurance, vitality. He is a young boy. He's very tough. He's got 13. That's very good.
Yeah.
Plus 1 bonus. So although he is
So
not
that's not
physically strong,
strength. That's
this is like courage, right? Like his toughness, how much he can endure mentally and physically.
Mhm.
what is it actually called?
Constitution.
Okay.
Last one is charisma. This is his leadership skill, his charm, communication skills. He has 10. It's normal. That's good. Okay. Next, we shall roll a
Wait,
character for Hisa.
what's the highest?
Highest is 18. Lowest is 3.
Okay.
Alright. Hisa, here is
Do
your
I name
strength.
my character or not yet?
You can name it, but usually you wait till the end to see what your character has, and then you pick it.
Wait,
Alright.
so I wait until the end? Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. If you have a name in mind, just keep it in the back of your mind. But Hisa, your character is strong. You have 13 strength.
Okay,
Okay.
but wait, at the beginning, wait, hold up, hold up, hold up. At the beginning, you rolled strength.
Yes, yours was 4.
Yeah, but wait, are you rolling for somebody else?
Yep, this one's for Hisa.
Okay, we're done.
Hmm. So we'll do the abilities first here, and then after this we'll pick your class next. Let's see. So he saw here's your abilities. You got a 9 intelligence.
Is it good?
That's good. Your wisdom is 9. That's good. Your dexterity is 11. Your constitution is 10. And your charisma is 15. So your character is strong and good looking. Alright, does anyone else want a new character for this one?
Yeah. I'll get a new character. You can.
Alright, sounds good.
Mhm.
Yours will have a strength of 13,
Nice.
an intelligence of 11,
Mhm.
a wisdom of 11, a dexterity of 16,
Oh,
Crazy.
and a constitution of 10,
nice.
and a charisma of 6.
Oh, hey, I'll take it.
Alright, so next you're going to choose your class. This is your role in the party, your responsibility, your set of skills. Every adventurer is a soldier of fortune first and foremost, a hunter of monsters, treasures, and bounties. But they all have a particular set of skills to help them, which is their class. So there's 7 classes in old school D&D. There's 4 human classes and 3 demi-human classes. The 4 human classes include clerics, which are like holy soldiers, like Templars and such. Then there's fighters. Fighters are like knights and mercenaries, the best at fighting. Then there's magic users. These are like witches and warlocks and such. And last there's thief. These are like rangers and scouts and such. So those are your options for the human classes. Next is the demi-human classes. There's the dwarf, elf, and halfling. Dwarves are very good at exploring the underground. Elves are magical and can use spells. And halflings, they are small folk from the borderlands and they're very good at surviving the wilderness. So between those 7 classes you will decide on a class. Starting with Jabber, you have a good intelligence and dexterity and constitution. I recommend either the class magic user or thief to you.
Okay, I'll take magic user.
Sounds good. And Hisa, because you're strong and good looking, I recommend fighter. But you can pretty much play any class since you have no flaws.
Okay, I'll try to.
Okay. Next, Boomer, because
Actually
you're
flawless.
Boomer, because you're strong and fast, I recommend either fighter, thief, or halfling to you.
Hmm. Fire Day for Halfling, you said?
Yes.
Would you recommend Elf?
You can play enough if you want. I don't recommend it since you don't have a high intelligence.
Intelligence? Oh, yeah. Uh, oh, yeah, because the prime requisite. Okay. I'll go ahead and take, I'll take a fighter. You know, there'll be like a crack shot with a bow or something.
Aren't the primary requisites suggestions in these games?
Yes.
Yeah, because all the intelligence really means is that it's like if it has a negative, it means that you have a negative to
Yeah.
spells.
I mean, I
That's all it
could
means.
lower my wisdom to boost my int, but it would be better just fighter sounds good.
Alright, next is your hit points. Your hit points are
Mhm.
how hard your character can get hit before they're dead. It's their will to survive the adventure. The average man only had 2 hit points. A fighter has on average 4, but the dice will determine how many your
Yeah.
fighter's hit points, how many
Uh,
fighter hit points you have.
who's
If you're a
this for?
magic user, you have 1
Oh,
to
sorry.
4. Sorry, what are you saying?
I didn't mean to interrupt, Deacon. I'm saying, I thought you were rolling. You're picking up dice. Sorry.
Alright, so for the magic user, we shall roll a 4-sided die. And our magic user is very tough, so he has a +1 bonus to his hit points. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2. It's average. So Jabber has, his character
I
has
have
2
one
hit
hit
points.
point.
2. 2
Two
hit
hit
points.
points. Okay.
Very good. Alright. Next is the fighter. He saw his fighter. Here's a A-sided die. He saw your fighter starts with 3 hit points. And then Boomer. Your fighter starts with 1 to 8 as well. Yours has 5 hit points.
Nice. So I'd say he's a little old. Middle
Next
aged.
is your money. 36 for your equipment. You'll need to equip your character with weapons, armor, supplies, and tools. For Jabber, yours will start with 7 silvers worth of equipment. And for Hisa, yours will start with
Wait, can you hold up? You said mine starts with 7. What starts with 7?
your character starts with 7 silver pieces worth of equipment. So you can just write 7 SP on your sheet for now. We're gonna buy you some
Okay.
equipment.
Okay.
And Hisa, yours will
7
start with
SP.
12 silvers worth of equipment. Then Boomer, yours starts with 10 silvers worth of equipment. Alright, so for Jabber, for your 7 silvers, first we're going to buy you a set of clothes. It costs 1 silver. And then we're going to buy you a spell book. It's empty. It costs 2 silver for that. Now we need to buy you a weapon. So the recommended weapon is the sling early on. It's a missile weapon, so you can shoot monsters from afar. If you're willing to buy a better one, there's the short bow. It's the next best one. You have 4
Okay.
silver left, so I recommend the sling, so you can buy other things.
How much?
Right?
Okay. So how much is the Sharpo?
Short bow is 3 silver. That includes arrows, 10 arrows, but that will cost you 3, so you only have 1 left for like a knife or something.
Wait, do you mean a bow? It's a spear bow?
Short bow. There's a spear if you
What
want.
is it called?
Short bow.
Wait, sharp
short bow,
bow? How
yes.
do you say it?
Short bow is like a
Okay,
small
hold on.
bow.
Short. Okay, short
bow.
bow. It's the first syllable. Short bow. Okay, cool. What do I need to buy? Can I buy? Okay, so what else what I need to buy other than clothes,
So you
a
might
spell
want
book,
to have
and a weapon?
equipment, supplies, weapons, maybe armor, maybe tools. But you mostly need to get at least a sling first, or a short bow, and then you can buy more stuff.
What's this? Okay, okay? I'm trying to. Like,
I mean, does he have the clothes?
think about it.
Yeah, we already went over that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. I have 4 SP and left, and I need a weapon. Right, I need a weapon. I have the choice between buying a weaker weapon but okay weapon for $2, or a stronger one for 3. Right?
Yes, a sling is 1 silver, a short bow and arrows is 3 silvers.
Okay, that's a bit too expensive. I'll take a sling.
Alright, so you're left with 3 silver. You can spend that on a melee weapon if you want. Next is a melee weapon. You will need either. How much of your silver do you want to spend on melee? 1, 2, or 3?
Wait, hold up. I'm buying another weapon. I want to buy the best weapon I can buy, and then that's it.
You want to buy at least 1 missile weapon and 1 hand-to-hand combat weapon or melee weapon.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
because you're
okay,
a hunter,
fine.
right?
What's the
I can gift him one.
what's the melee weapon I have?
Please don't
What's the
interrupt.
melee weapon?
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Let this just be a personal process, and then you can give them the after. So,
Okay,
Jabber,
what's
Sorry.
the melee weapon choice? What's the melee weapon choice?
I recommend you get a knife or a dagger, a club, a staff, or a spear, maybe a hand axe.
I'll take the cheapest shit.
The cheapest is either a staff or a
What
knife.
I'll take what's the difference physically? A staff is longer.
Yes, but it's not as deadly as a knife.
Hmm. I'll just take a knife.
Alright, you have 2 silver left for equipment and supplies. The first equipment you want to purchase is some kind of container to carry equipment with. So like a sack is 1 silver, it carries 20 pounds of gear. Or a bag, like a satchel, carries 40 pounds of gear but costs 2 silver. You only have 2 silver left, so I recommend you get a sack.
I'll just get a sack.
And with your last silver, you can either get a rope, bandages, torches, candles, anything you can imagine like that's cheap for equipment, like camping equipment. What do you want to get?
Bandages.
Bandages?
Bandages. Wait,
So you have a
hold up.
sack and a roll of
Hold up.
bandages.
Give me a second. I have the choice between like armor and bandages,
You could.
right?
Armor is too expensive. The cheapest is a gambeson, like a cloth armor. It costs 2 silver though. So if you want that, you cannot buy a sack or the
Okay, I'll just take
bandages.
bandages. Bandages.
Okay,
Bandages.
sack and bandage.
Do I need a sack? Do I need a sack to carry my things? What would happen if I don't buy one? They would fall.
You have only your belt then to put your stuff on, so you can only carry a few things on you, right? That's not in your hands.
Okay, I'll get a sack and I will get bandages.
hmm You have a roll of bandages. It comes with 3 uses. Alright. Thank you. And then the last part to your character will be to choose a name. Do you already know your name, or do you want to take some time to think about it?
Hmm. Edelweiss.
Edelweiss? Okay. How do you spell it?
Yep. EDELWEIS.
hmm Okay, Edelweiss. Sounds good. You're Edelweiss of House Gabber. Jabber. Yeah. Very good. Okay, and then he saw you're next. So we got to get you a set of clothes as well. And because you're a fighter, you want to focus on armor and weapons. So first, we need to get you a missile weapon. For missile
Okay.
weapons, I recommend a bow for you. Um,
Is there anything else than a bow?
there's the sling, short bow, crossbow, or longbow. After this, you're gonna get a melee weapon, like a sword or axe or spear. But first, you need a hunting weapon, because everyone here is a monster hunter.
Oh, okay, I'll get a bow.
Which kind would you like? The short bow, the crossbow, or the longbow?
Longbow.
Longbow? Okay, that is the strongest one, but it's the most expensive. It costs 5 silver for the full kit. Is that okay?
I have 12.
Yep,
How many
you have
will I
12.
have left?
After buying clothes and the longbow, you have 6 left.
Okay.
Okay, now we need to buy you a melee weapon. So for melee weapon, I recommend a spear. But if you want something cheaper, we can go somewhere something cheaper. How much of your 6 silver are you willing to spend on a melee weapon?
Um, any can oh wait, any I can spend
You have 6.
how
How
much?
much?
I
You
have
want to
six,
save some
so
for armor.
yeah, look in wait, can I أحسب, okay?
Hmm?
Sorry, my English is bad, kind of.
Oh, no worries.
So I take some of my six SP and I tell you how much I would spend to give me money to spend on the weapon.
Yes. hmm
Three.
3. Okay, so you can either get a spear, or a hand axe, or a javelin, or a club, or a staff, or a dagger, or a knife. Those are some good recommendations.
Knife.
Knife? Okay. Alright, then you're left with 5 silver for armor. I recommend to get a heavy gambeson. It costs 4 silver. And it gives you a -2 bonus to your armor class, which is a 10% chance to not get hit.
Okay, so I have only one left.
hmm With your last one, you can get a rope if you want, or a sack to carry stuff with, or you can get an extra weapon, up to you, or you can hold on to it.
I'll
You
get
can
a
get a
sack.
tool, a sack. Sounds good. With a sack, you can carry 20 extra pounds of gear. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
next is Boomer. Boomer, you got the 10 silvers to spend. We spent 1 on your set of clothes.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and inherit some money
Did one of your
from.
characters die recently?
He's like passing it on the air, like their son or something.
You mean you're just gifting some money from another character to him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. I'll make sure to use inherit for if it's from their character. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say gifted. Mm-hmm.
Is it from a dead
I'll,
character or a living character?
no, I'm saying from now on, I'll remember to watch my term usage.
Oh,
He's, it's being gifted from Angelio.
okay. How much?
He's gonna give him about 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then. You have 18.
18, or
Minus 1 for clothes.
yeah, 17. Okay. And he's also gonna be gifted Angelio's helmet.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna buy a longbow.
How many arrows?
He'll get just about, I'll say 20.
Alright. You're at 10.
He's
Anything
going to
else?
buy. Mm-hmm. He's also gonna inherit a, not inherit, sorry, be gifted a spear from Angelio.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. Uh, he's gonna buy a heavy game
Okay.
and how much does a shield cost? 3 silvers.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna buy a shield,
Okay.
and then he's gonna buy a pack.
You said pack.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Simon.
Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he saw. Do you have a name for your character?
العمران.
How to spell it?
ALOMRAN.
Mm-hmm. Alomran? How do you say it?
What?
Is it
What?
Alomran?
العمران.
Aloran. Alom.
Your character name is Al Umran?
إيه.
Your
Okay.
character name is Al Umran.
What
Yeah.
is wrong with Aloran?
Nothing. I just want to know what it means. Like, is it your
Oh.
actual like family name or some shit? What does
Yeah,
it
my
mean?
family name.
Lomran.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what that means. It probably means something. My name is an Arabic family name that means like to persevere or some shit.
Mm. Very
What's your
good.
name?
Jabir.
Jabir. Because the family names
يجبر.
comes the family names comes before the tribe.
Aloran. Very good. Okay,
So
so we have
العمران السبيعي.
Aloran is a veteran, first level fighter, and then let's see. Edelweiss is a magic user, medium. Let's see.
Hold up. I'm a medium?
Yep, that's your title at first level. One who speaks with spirits. Okay, that's how you get their powers. We have to determine your spells now, Edelweiss. Um, so for your spells, you either can have two spells picked by the dungeon master, which are read and detect magic. They do not do anything alone, but they will help you acquire more magic easily. Secondly, you can choose to get two random spells, and last is you can choose your own spell in the book. So what is your choice for your spell?
Okay.
Do you want to pick it? Do you want random
Okay,
ones?
so I would like random ones. Okay, how
Most new
many
players go for random.
spells can I?
So
Okay,
early on, you can only
okay,
cast one a
so
day, but you can have up to two in your book, depending on what your option is. If you pick one, you only have one in your book. But these are the
okay,
spell
so
books you
the
can have.
first level is random, right?
Yeah, you can either get a random one, or you can pick, or you can get two random ones on this list, or you can pick one of your choice.
Either two random ones or pick one.
Yep, or you can get the dungeon master to decide at once, which is read and detect magic. They don't
Uh,
do anything alone, but they will help you get more magic.
I'll take two random ones.
Very good. Okay. You have the spell in your book is detect magic, and oh, roll again. And charm person. Charm person means you can supernaturally charm another person, right? Maybe to make them your friend, and they might help you. And number two is detect magic. Will let you sense
Okay, I
if
can
there's something
charm.
supernatural nearby. Hmm.
Okay, so I can charm a person or I can
Or you can detect magic. So if you use charm person in the adventure,
detect.
you can maybe like persuade a monster that you meet to not attack you, right? And if you get detect magic, you can maybe sense a monster
Mm,
that's invisible, or you can sense a magic item that's hidden, right?
okay, cool.
So between those two spells, which one would you like to memorize first for this adventure?
Why would wait? I can't memorize both.
You can only memorize one a day, one per day. Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll memorize the charm person one.
Okay. So those like your spellbook has your options, and every day you can switch between them. Today you choose to memorize
Wait,
charm
I
person.
don't get it.
So like you got
Okay,
a book.
today I choose to
Mhm.
memorize charm person.
Yes.
Tomorrow I'll
You
choose
do like a ritual.
detect
You
magic.
speak with
Yeah,
the
cool.
spirits, and they grant you powers to supernaturally charm someone, right? All right. Let's see. That is all there is to preparations for the new players. We're gonna get the returning players ready in a moment. Let's see. But thank you, new players, for your patience and rolling up a character. You're pretty much ready to play now. I'll tell you your skills. For the magic user, you have your spells. For the fighters, you have fighting skill, which allows you to attack at twice the rate. So when you choose to attack, you attack. You'll make two attacks instead. So this makes you superior on the battlefield to any other class. Um, and then for returning players, let's see, we have Curious Tallies. Do you have any
Yes.
preparations?
Let's see. Um, I don't have anything. Do you think it's possible if I could ask um our new player if I could memorize a spell for today? Yes? No?
Uh,
What?
I suppose if they're
If he'll allow it.
Okay, let me understand. Somebody wants to memorize one of my spells.
yes, they have the
Yeah.
spell Read Magic, so they want to before the adventure they wanted to read your spell so that they can cast it.
Cast it for me.
hmm Yeah, so
Not for
they'll
you.
Yeah,
they'll
sure.
have it memorized themselves.
Just
So
cast it.
You can cast it yourself still.
Interesting.
I would just have to declare this beforehand.
hmm so they
Okay,
can memorize spells from
interesting,
your book with
interesting.
the Read Magic spell a few days ago, right? And then they will memorize your spell because they could read it. The only issue with that though is that now they can use your spells, right? And then of course they can
Well, are we
counter
gonna
your
play
spells.
against each other?
Typically, no, you don't do that.
We're going on an adventure together, right?
Yep, they're going on campaign
Yep.
together. You guys are lawmen, soldiers of fortune.
Uh, okay, well, in that case, it will help us all if he memorizes my spell, right?
Typically, if
It can't hurt us.
mhm, can't really hurt you. The only time it might hurt is if he
Okay.
takes your spellbook to memorize your spells and you don't have your spellbook anymore. Because he needs to take your spellbook to memorize it
W-
for one day.
Wait,
But
wait.
it's
So
only
he can't
dangerous
just
if he
take it
does it.
right now.
Yeah, he could take it now, like before we go adventuring. He can do it, right? But if we're on the
Yeah,
adventure,
he can.
mhm,
Nah, nah. Let him memorize my spell now before we go on the adventure.
yep. So that's how it
Mm-hmm.
typically will be done.
Yeah,
Right. So
that's what I was
Talis,
trying to do.
you have charm person as well today.
Okay.
All right. So Talis, in your last adventure, you earned 12 silvers.
Yes, I'm sorry for leaving. It wasn't really up to me. Having connection issues. There's a huge thunderstorm and flooding in Dallas from. So,
It's all good. Uh, your preparations though.
um, other than that, nothing else.
Very good. Okay. Next is Sylvia as Seraphil. Last adventure, you earned says 12 silvers. So you have 18.7 silver. Do you have any preparations? Sylvia?
Sorry. Sorry. I'm replying. I'll get 20 bullets. That's it.
One more time, your mic is quiet.
I said I'll get like 20 bullets. I guess.
Sylvia, you have a connection issue, I think. We cannot hear you.
They posted their prep and discussion. They said they
Okay,
just needed to.
just 20 arrows. Very well.
Mhm.
Hello, Sylvia.
She has to reconnect.
Sylvia's reconnected already.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Hello.
Is your mic
Oh,
volume down?
is it?
You might have to check that. If you could turn it up. Because for me, you're just a whisperer.
I said I only wanted 20 arrows, and that's it.
okay. I heard you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And then Blade, are you playing with us today?
Yep. Yep.
All right.
I'm
One moment
joining in.
to find the Evandrus sheet. Okay, here it is. Let's see. In your last adventure, during late June of year 12, you earned 12 silvers. I think that's about it. So you're at 23.7.
Yep.
Alright, do you have any preparations?
Yeah. How much was a masterwork heavy gambeson?
It'll be 20 silvers.
20 silvers. And what is how much AC do I gain from that?
Minus 3 bonus.
-3.
Mhm.
I might just buy a shield and a helmet then.
Okay, the cost is 8 silvers. Bonus is minus 2. Alright, shield and helmet acquired. You have I think it's 15.7 left.
Gotcha.
Alright, that should be everyone. Let's see. Blade,
Mm.
Boomer, Jabber, Isa, Curie, and Sylvia. Yes, very good. Thank you everyone for your patience and helping me to prepare your characters. We're going to take a small break, and when you come back, we're going to be in the second part of the game, the main part, the meat of the game, which is gameplay, right? So please stretch your legs, take a break, use the bathroom, come back in 5 minutes.
Mhm. ISTG. What does that mean? Oh,
Where did
we
we lose?
lost SA.
Hey, do you hear me talking right now?
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, cool. So we ended preparation, and now we're gonna start the actual game, right? After our break.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool.
Sylvia? Sylvia? Okay. Just hoping we could get that mic fixed. Oh.
It's just bullshit.
What?
I hear like notification sounds. And I don't know if they're coming from Discord. I think they're coming from Discord. I don't know if they're coming from. They're annoying. How can I turn that off? Okay, I'm gonna disable all notification sounds. And now all is good.
Mhm. Y'all ready to adventure?
Yes, I am. The person that left us is going to the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's no good.
yeah. They
Well,
said they had what I they said that they had fun, but I'm like, the game hasn't started yet.
mm, well, hopefully they're doing all right.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
I hope I told them that I hope whatever they're going through turns out okay.
How you been, Blade?
Good, good.
Mhm.
Just been hanging out.
Only came here because I fucking messaged them.
Yeah, I totally forgot. But running some Dark and Darker, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, Dark and Darker? Eh? I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
that's still D&D-ish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
We might be needing a thief this session too, so good thing we got you,
Oh
Blade.
Lord. Does anybody have torches? I just thought of that.
Uh,
I hope we have torches, cause I don't.
Are we even gonna get there?
With this small amount of people, the issue with the big groups is it takes us
mm,
2 hours to walk down a road.
yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
With this group,
we should
it'll
be
be
all right.
easier. I mean, I have torches. No, actually,
I get
it was Angelia.
I could probably sneak it in, right? I can just ask him, "Hey, leaving town, can I snag some torches?"
We can get torches. We
Okay.
could also
Yeah,
get
you do it.
some
I remember
retainers.
I already did that last game.
Mm,
Okay.
if it's
Had to sneak
So
in
we
a
started.
longbow.
So we started right now, and what's? Did we start?
All right,
No.
oh,
welcome back
about to.
everyone. That was a 5 minute break, so hopefully everyone is back now. We are going to
Yep.
start the adventure. Right.
One of our players already has left. They have to go to the hospital. SA was the one that had to go.
That's too bad.
Mm, Blaine, was there anything you wanted to sneak in?
It is
Oh,
late July of year 12, and the adventures continue from the village of Slaveria this week. Tonight we're joined by a few new adventurers and mostly a few other returning adventurers, but another small band of adventurers this evening. Because we have less than 6 to 8, you guys will have a chance to recruit some retainers into your ranks, build up your numbers a little bit before we set out, and fully prepare for the expedition. The longer we spend in town, the less time we have for adventure, though. Keep that in mind. It is currently 14:37, so we are about an hour and a half through our game already, I think. So, or no, we started around 1:30 p.m., so we're only about an hour and 7 minutes in. All right, we'll be playing for about another 2 hours, and then from there we'll wrap it up, of course. But this evening you find yourself seated at the local drinking establishment here in Silveria. The five of you are seated around a large wooden table with food and drinks and a few candles dimly lighting the room this evening. A few barmaids step around and offer you extra food and drink if you're willing to pay, of course. You can hear other people in the background enjoying their stay. There's some soft music being played this evening to just kind of relax the minds before you set out on your adventure tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, your party has planned for an adventure. The five of you have recently met a few days ago and have promised to set out as a party to go on a campaign for fame and fortune, right? An adventure. This evening, you're here discussing the final plannings of your adventure. You're going to decide on exactly what you plan to do, your goal, your course of travel, and any organization you need to do, right? Or further preparations you might want for your adventure. Seated around the table this evening are five adventurers. I'm going to go over each character. So, first there's Evandros the Apprentice, played by or of House Blade. There's Simon the Veteran of House Boomer. There's Edelweiss
Hold on,
the
hold, hold
Medium.
on, hold up, hold up, hold up. Can you repeat that but slowly? I want to know who's playing.
So Evandros the Apprentice is of House Blade, and Simon the Veteran is of House Boomer. Edelweiss the Medium is of House Jabbar. Talis the Medium is of House Kiri, and Seraphel the Veteran is of House Sylvia. Everyone's name should be in parentheses. You should refer to each character as their first name if you can, but if you need to, of course, player name is their house's name. You should refer to me as the Dungeon Master. I will not respond to Ekin during the game, typically. So, referee or Dungeon Master. Alright,
Okay.
so,
You changed our names. Nice. It's already in the voice chat.
yes. So, this evening, these are your crewmates, your party members. Anyone have an idea of what we shall do this week? And for those who are new, you've recently joined this adventure because you've heard that many
You
of these
wrote it
adventures.
wrong. It's G. Sorry. Oh fuck. It's G in French. It's J. Sorry.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. For those who are new, you've recently joined the party of adventurers that you heard have been setting up from your village for a place called Fort Stonehold, or in other words, Steinham, right? So, it is this place, a ruin to the west of your village, across the western plains in the mountains. There's an old mountain fort out there, Fort Stonehold. It's an abandoned and collapsed or sealed stronghold that was recently reopened in the past year by a dragon in your lands. People have feared the dragon's attacks, but over the past few months it has not been seen, and some adventurers are bold enough to go into its lair to try to loot it and maybe even kill it, right? So the stronghold holds vast treasures that used to belong to mankind. The reason why the stronghold was lost many years ago was during the Old Orc Wars, and it was lost due to it being the stronghold or the strong point could no longer be held. It was not lost to the orcs, but it was instead just sealed and left behind in the mountains. The humans had withdrawn from the mountains. They collapsed and sealed their stronghold and all their valuables within that could not be brought with. So now adventurers, if lucky enough, might go there to reclaim some of those treasures and bring glory and fortune to their villages, right? For themselves and for their people. But also, there's the rumor of a dragon being there. And if you might be brave enough and strong enough, you might take one down and it will make you one of the most legendary characters of the land. This is a world of dungeons and dragons. And in this kind of world, dragons are the most prized monsters to hunt down, right? You will become a lord if you can kill one, most likely, and steal its lair treasure. So, from here in the village of Slaveria, you plan to set out in the morning. You may continue campaigning against Fort Stonehill, but tonight is the night you guys will decide the final details. What exactly do you want to maybe accomplish when you get there? How do you want to approach all of that, right? So, anyone want to start us off? Anyone have an idea?
Um, First, I'd like to see if we can get any hirelings.
In the what?
I would like to hire someone, a
Good
fighter
idea.
preferably.
Good idea.
Do
Okay, so
We're
we
going
have
off
one
the
idea. Thales wants to hire some extra members to your party. Anyone else have any ideas?
Simon wants he suggests that we go to Fort Stone, the main entrance.
Alright, Simon suggests if we head to Fort Stonehill, we go through the main entry.
Okay.
For those
That's also a good idea. We should do both.
For those who are new,
um
you've heard parties who have ventured to Fort Stonehold. A lot of them very rarely ever make it to actual to the fort, and those who do make it rarely ever reach the wall. Right? They might get past the wall or up onto the wall, clear it, but from there they're badly injured and have to retreat. So running to the front gate, right, of a castle, a fortress, guarded by monsters. It's not a
Yes.
very good idea usually. Ends up in a lot of death and combat, and no one really gets very far. And in this
yeah,
week, Simon plans
Hmm.
to send you guys out to your death, maybe, right? To do the same thing that the last week uh, party did, right? Many died in
I
their siege
Mm.
against the wall.
Yeah,
Do we have other
I mean
options?
I've been there before.
we can hire a guy through the back entrance.
Yeah, we could.
There are rumor of a cavern behind the mountain that you might go through to enter the stronghold from below, right?
I think we should try to find that cavern.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we should be
We
able to
could
hire
try
a guy.
to can we hire a guide or see if there's anyone that's been to the cavern?
Yes, so you can try
Exactly.
to hire a guide in the tavern, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll set to trying to hire a guide then.
Okay, so
And
is there anything else we want to suggest before we set out to make these plans happen?
uh, Simon's gonna also look for a hireling
Okay.
before we leave.
Anything else we want to discuss before you guys spread out and begin preparing further?
Does anyone
Very
have
well.
torches?
No. Yeah, torches would be good.
Oh,
Yeah, do you
yeah.
guys have torches?
And maybe before we leave tomorrow, I'll pick up torches and tinder.
Okay.
Alright, so
Good.
this evening, Evandris, what do you do?
Why would you? Why would you? Hold up. What's Tinder? Like, why would we need Tinder?
Tinderbox,
To
like a lighter. You know.
Flint and
Oh,
steel,
okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
to light torches.
Yeah.
Okay, so Evandris, what do you want to do this evening, if there's anything you need to do?
yeah, this evening I'll set to finding a guide that can
Okay.
take us to the cavern.
Evandris looks for a guide, Simon looks for hired help, and Edelweiss, do you have any other plans this evening, or do you want to just enjoy your food and drink at the table?
I just want to enjoy my food and drink at the table
Very well, and then Thales?
before going out and potentially dying. It's
Um,
an important part.
Mm.
I I will prioritize finding a guide over hirelings for now.
Okay, and Seraphil.
Anything you want to do, Seraphel?
You know what? I will try finding retainers.
Retainers. Okay. So this evening, what happens is Vandress, you spread out, you go looking for a guide. You ask around, any particular area of the tavern you want to ask, or just kind of walk around and ask, the nearby locals if they know a guide.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll just ask the locals.
Okay, so you approach a group of strangers and you ask them, hey, do you know if there's any guides setting out for Fort Stonehold soon? We plan to go through the back entrance. You might ask that. Um, let's see if we get a reaction. Alright, the first person you come to ask is drunk and looks at you and shakes their head and says, "Get away from me! I don't want anything to do with you, thief."
Okay.
Alright, and then while he's attempting that, Simon went around the tavern looking for hired help.
Mm.
You have all these different people at the tavern, right, enjoying their food and drink. Do you want to disturb any of them and ask them to risk their life and serve you?
Uh, I want to look for someone specific.
What kind of
Me
character?
too.
Is let me see if I can find that. Is Helge here? Or Helge?
Helge. It's always easier to hire people you know already. You
Mm-hmm.
look around for Helge. I'll say there's a 1 in 6 chance Helge is not here this evening. He is here this evening. You see Helge.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna, since I'm a member of, I wasn't the one that hired him, but I'm a member of the house. I say I've heard of him. Maybe I'll go up and ask him if he's willing to come with us on an adventure. Yeah.
Alright, you approach Helge and you ask him that and see his reaction. What's your charisma?
6.
Alright, -1 penalty, -1 because you've never been on an adventure. Alright, 7, -2, 5. He shakes his head. Sorry, I'm already somewhat employed by another party.
Mm.
Trainer.
Okay. Do I get a +1 because
Hey, more.
I'm the same house of Angelio?
No,
Okay.
unless he's loyal to that house.
Okay. Never mind that.
Alright, so you ask him, don't you like House Boomer? Won't you serve us again? Alright, and he shakes his head. What? What are you talking about? Alright,
Mm.
in the meantime, Edelweiss, you're enjoying yourself at the table by yourself, and as you sit there with all your friends are gone, a bar maid comes to see you, right, and offers you food and drink. You look pretty lonely out here. Would you like some food and drink and maybe some company?
Oh, bunny.
Hey, hey. I'm down. Give me that drink. For the food, I'll eat it after the drink, cause I wanna get drunk. Hey, you wouldn't know where a tavern. What was it called in English? Hold on. Did you say tavern?
She says to you, yes, this is the best tavern in our village. Trust me. And
Well, I'm looking for one like to the back of the castle out there. I want to go like under it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
you want to enter the castle?
Yeah,
Our village's castle, or
the one that might have a dragon in it.
oh, you might have had a little too much to drink, sir. I'll be right back. I'll get you some food.
No.
She
Okay,
doesn't seem
cool.
to understand what you're talking about. Alright,
Well,
A
talking
random.
about castles and dragons. Okay.
Apples and
Um,
dragons.
Tallius, you went all around looking for
how hold up.
a
Is
guide.
it the castle though? Like, is it? Did I get
Oh,
something
yeah.
wrong?
So, yes, Edelweiss. to you or to her, you sound like a drunken fool, right? Because you're speaking about castles and dragons, and she just works here, right? She doesn't know anything about that. But
Okay.
of course, your party is setting out for a place called Fort Stonehold, which you might have confused for a castle. It is an old fortress
Oh,
in the mountains, yes, that you're
okay.
seeking. And
I'll write that down.
you might be seeking out the cavern entrance instead, the back entry. It's a secret way that's not really secret anymore, right? More than enough people know about it. It's just another way in. So there's two ways that are known
Okay, I
to
wrote.
people. Yeah. You might ask her
Cool,
about
cool,
that, but
cool.
she's
Done.
probably never been there, right? It would be like asking a bar, or a waitress in modern times about entering, Iraqi uh, camps from like the tunnels or something, right? So she would not know, right? She was like, I've
True,
never
true.
gone there,
Can,
right?
can I ask her another question, or is she not back yet?
You'll have to wait till she comes back. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, she went off to get you some food. Then Talis, you went off to find a guide as well. You want to just
Yeah.
ask around the open tavern, or do you want to look for a particular person?
Uh,
The tavern
let's
keeper
see.
might know, right? That's a good idea to start with.
I'd I'd actually I was gonna start with the tavern, so yeah,
All right, you approach the
tavern
tavern
keeper.
keeper. It's a bar over here. It's run by two older men here. Then they are serving drinks and offering food and such, but mostly drinks. You wait in your turn, right? There are some people ordering drinks right now. When your turn is when it's your turn, of course, he waves you over. Good evening, sir. More food and drink or just drinks?
Oh, none of that. I was actually curious if you knew anything about Fort Stormhold.
But for Stonehold. A few adventurers
Yes.
here and there talk about it. I
Do you
know
know
that
if they? Oh, sorry.
go on.
No, no, sorry. I interrupted you.
I know that a few
I'm
people
sorry.
here have actually been there. He points to Seraphil. I think she might have been there. You look like you were a part of the party last week that tried to go there. Have you not already been there?
I have, but I've heard that there is a secret entrance, a cavern. There was a guide that took members of my past parties, but I haven't been able to find him again. You might know anything about this.
He starts to rub his chin, thinking, figuring things out. What's your charisma tallies?
Let's see. It is 11.
Alright, so since you're somewhat respectful, you'll get a +1. So 7 plus 1 is 8. He is uncertain. Tells you, I am not certain of this time, or at this time, but please come again. I'll let you know if I figure anything out. In the meantime, would you like another drink?
No, not at this time, but thank you for offering.
No worries. Please enjoy. And he looks to the next customer, hoping you will move out of the way so someone else can order a drink.
Yeah, I'll move out of the way.
Okay. And then, of course, Seraphel, you're walking around the tavern looking for someone to recruit. Is there anyone in particular you're looking for, or do you want to just talk to some strangers?
Yes, actually, Linus.
What's his name?
If you know him. Linus.
Linus.
Is it dead?
Maybe. Let's see. Do you know the last time
Mhm.
Linus was on an adventure?
Yeah, when
The date?
uh,
Let's see. I'll check.
yeah, when he was with Modro.
Looks like the last time he was on an adventure was, yeah, with Modred the dwarf during late March of year 12. He was one of the only two retainers to escape, I think, right? Let's see.
Mhm.
Yeah, you find Linus at the tavern actually. Let's see. Let me see if he's actually here. You possibly can find him. Yeah, he's here tonight. So you walk around. Your character has never met Linus, but Linus knew someone of your house before, right? He knew Mudred. Mudred who told Seraphel when he was alive about his stories. You know, he would come home to House Sylvia and talk with the clan's leaders and such, and talk about how he would hire, or the hired help was a lot more capable than anyone else, right? And that he and only the retainers survived the adventure. Of course, Mildred is long dead now, though. Seraphil, you see one of the men that Mildred served with, right? It's Linus, the veteran.
Hmm. So,
So, do you want to approach him and talk with him?
yeah, I like approach him, gently tap his shoulder, and just ask if he wants to join
You just say, "Do you want to join me
my adventure.
for an adventure?" Okay, you offer him in that. Is there anything else you want to say, or that's pretty like, I guess,
Yeah,
general,
circle.
right?
Like,
You'll need to
I
probably
like,
know more. But he
no, no, no.
sees you, and what's your charisma, Seraphil?
Um, 11, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, 11.
11. All right. And your house is pretty lawful, I'm pretty sure. So you guys, because your house is reputable, you have a +1. Let's see, your family is of law. So he sees you, right? He kind of shrugs and says, "What do you mean, an adventure? What kind of adventure, ma'am?"
It depends. We are still debating, but we would love to hire you.
Let's
I
see. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to join unless you know for certain what you're planning to have me do. So I cannot simply join a party who has no plans. That would not make any sense. But if you figure things out, I might be open for an offer to adventure, if it is a good offer, of course.
hmm, understandable.
You must be Seraphil.
Yes.
Sorry
How
for
did
your
you
loss.
know?
Modred he was a good soldier. He kept me and my friend alive in our early career, before we even were skilled soldiers. But he's gone now, so I'm sorry to hear about that. My condolences.
Thank you. So will you join?
All right.
Joking.
In the meantime, back to Evandris. Do you have more business to do in the tavern, or are you ready to set out, or meet back with your party?
Oh, we still haven't found a guide.
Mm-hmm.
Could I hold up maybe what? How much is just a drink?
A normal drink might cost a copper.
Okay. Could I hold a copper up and just say, a drink for anybody who knows a guide?
Okay. And you're immediately approached by someone nearby. Um, let's see who this is. Roll randomly. It's just a local.
Okay.
He walks up to you immediately, takes your, or reaches for your coin. Do you want to let him take it?
Not quite yet.
All right. Oh, come on. I know a guide.
Hello?
Trust me.
Who is it you know?
Well, buy me a drink first, and I'll tell you.
That's I'm not quite sure about that.
Ah, that man over there. He points to a hooded fella near the fire. He's just smoking a pipe. A cloaked and hooded fella with a longbow, looks like, over his shoulder. He's a guide. He could take you into the wilderness if you so choose.
What's his name?
His name is Bora.
Dora?
Bora.
Bora.
Mm-hmm.
Can I point across the room and shout out to him? Bora!
You can see the man kind of acknowledges you. He kind of turns your way for a moment, stops smoking his pipe, and
Okay.
nods, and then looks back to the fire.
I'll give the man the copper piece and
Appreciate it, sir.
approach Bora.
The drunkard walks away. He's just a normal taverner or peasant, but he's enjoying his night tonight, and has been
Okay.
a drunken fool like the rest of his friends. Right. Anyone would want a free drink like that. It's not exactly free, but close to free. Alright, you make your way toward Bura. Um, in the meantime, as you're approaching Bura, Simon, what's your next move? Are you ready
He's
to
going.
regroup or something else?
He's gonna search for. Um. Sorry, let me look through my notes real quick. He's gonna search for Cassandar, the guide.
Cassander?
Cassandra. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Alright, there's a 1 in 6 chance he's not here this evening. Many people come to the tavern every night to
Mm.
meet with people and such and have fun. You do see Cassander here, but I don't know if Simon would have known Cassander. So Simon never met Cassander, right? But he asks around, let's say.
Mm.
He walks to someone and says, "Hey, is Cassander here?" Right? Cassander's a pretty popular man since he's one of the few scouts in the village that are very skilled at taking people into the wilderness. And the local near you, he kind of nods. "Oh, Cassander, he's over there." And he points to the fire where two men are smoking a pipe.
Mm. Which one is he?
The one on the right. That one is
Thank you.
Bora. He points to the one to the
Ah.
left.
And he'll go. He'll move to the two people at the fire.
Okay. And then in the meantime, Edelweiss, the barmaid returns to your table with some food and looks like warm drink and that nice warm cloth. She says that you look very warm and you might need this, right, to cool your drunkenness. But
I answer, thank you very much, ma'am. Uh, I'm gonna eat. Can I take some of this with me, or do I have to finish it now?
she just like smiles and says, "Of course, take as much as you'd need."
Okay, nice. Can I like? Do I have to look? Can I look around and see that one of my friends has found somebody, or would I not be able to figure it out just by looking around?
Uh, you want to observe the crowd for your friends?
Yes.
It is evening in the tavern, so it's very busy, right? There's too many people around to see your friends. Unless you get up and walk around, you cannot see them.
Hmm.
You're at the table
Let me
with the
think
barmaid.
for a second. Can I? Okay, I think I'm gonna keep eating, but first I'm gonna ask the barmaid if she knows anybody like in the tavern who's a fighter or a guide.
As you're asking her this, the barmaid is kind of like, just trying to feed you a little bit or offer you some bread and butter, right? And then you ask her that, she
Is
puts the food down and tells you she uh, she sees many adventurers here this evening, right? Because a lot of adventurers typically will come here, celebrate before they set out. And she looks toward the crowd, and eventually she points out two larger fellows. A large woman, it's Seraphel, and a larger man is Linus. So two fighters together. She says, "Those look like fighting men or fighting women. Maybe they could help you."
okay. I'm gonna go join Seraphil. She's talking to Simon. Okay,
She's
well, I'm
talking to a
just
man.
gonna join.
Seraphil, you want to join
What was she
Seraphil?
talking?
She's talked to a stranger. You don't know him, but Seraphil will probably introduce you to
Okay,
him.
I'm gonna join them. And just listen to the conversation while eating. I'll go back later when I'm done. No, no, I'll take my. Yeah, should I get drunk first or should I eat first? I'm gonna take my drink and go join them and listen to the conversation.
Hmm. And then Talis, um, you're over at the. You were at the
I was talking to
token.
the tavern keeper.
Yeah, for guides. And he pointed, I think he pointed Bor out to you, right?
No.
No, that was someone else. Okay.
He said he was thinking. He was
Oh yeah, he was
thinking.
thinking about
He
what he
told
could
me.
tell you.
Yeah.
All right, where do you want to go from here?
He, did he end up finish thinking, or
He said to come back
did we?
later if you figure something out.
Okay. Is there any like Adventures Guild or like quest board or anything like that? Anyone that like if they have important information they would like post it publicly so that they could get paid or something like that?
There's yeah, there's a board in the tavern near the entry with a lot of wanted signs, hangings, and missing persons.
Hmm. I guess I'll take a look at that board. See what's on there.
All right. You see several papers, but the main ones that look freshest include a flyer requesting that mercenaries join the front lines against the barbarians north of your village. Right. There be a barbarian war happening to the north. Um, and
Hmm.
you see another paper, just a missing persons paper. Looks pretty recent. Looks like someone's daughter has gone missing. And there are many older missing people persons. Most of them are children, uh, or young adults. It looks like missing, wanted, found, with prices and such. And another one is pretty noticeable, right? It's not super fresh, but still the ongoing hunt for orcs. Beware orcs in the Western Plains. 10 silvers ahead, right?
Okay. All right. Hmm. Well, this I already kind of know. Um, I guess I'll. Hmm. A barbarian war. Is there anything else on that? Um, any more information I can get off of that flyer
The
or
barbarian one.
direction? Yeah.
To join the mercenary company, it says visit the. You can either visit the castle, but that just outside the castle, the garrison. So just outside the castle wall of the village, there's a recruitment area where you can meet the mercenary companies, or the recruit, not the mercenary company, but the village military. They'll recruit you as paid soldiers, right? And you'll march northward and join the campaign to the north.
Okay. Do you know if I would know if the military might in my um like kingdom is strong or not?
I mean, they're strong to survive all these years and defend their homes.
Okay.
Right now, they're holding
Mm,
or fighting back a barbarian invasion. Barbarians are marching southward, trying to raid and pillage, right, our settlements. So now we have to take up arms and defend our lands against them.
right. Mm, I'll keep that in mind, but I'll continue looking for a guide.
But keep in mind also that it's not a recruitment post for the village's military. It's a recruitment poster for mercenary companies, right? They're hiring war bands for missions, right? So to send them out to do dangerous tasks, right?
Okay.
So you'll need to be fully equipped. It's an expert level expedition. You'll need mercenaries in your ranks. They will not hire a party of 5, right? They will hire a party of at least 20.
Okay. I'll keep looking for a guide
Okay.
to show us a way to Fort Stormwold.
And then Seraphil, back to you. You were speaking with Linus and then you left. Where do you want to go from here?
I go back to the
Want to ready
main
up or you have more?
thing.
What was that?
No. I'll go back to the main table.
The table? Okay, so Seraphil readies up.
Mhm.
Do mind, we are at 3 hours, or we're at 3:11, 03:11, so we have about, so we started at 12:30, so we end at, oh, we're supposed to end at 3:30, right? No. Did we start at 1:30? Yeah, I think we started at 1:30. So we start at 1:30, so we have about an hour, so it's a 1:30 to 4:30 max. So yeah, we have about an hour and a little bit less than a half hour left. So 1.25 hours left to campaign. So hopefully you guys can ready up soon. Back
Yep.
to Evandris. Um, you went off to see the men at the fire, right?
Yep.
You approached
Yep.
Bora. You talk with him. What do you want to say?
Bora, I heard you were the man to talk to about getting a guide up to Fort Stonehope.
I can be of service, of course. That
Yeah,
is a
we were
good coin to
interested.
pay, sir.
Of course, what do you require to, say, guide us up into a secret cavern?
He nods. I require a fee of 1 silver a day that I steal if your party's wilderness scout or thief, and I also require a half share of any treasure you carry out from below.
Hmm.
That is my fee.
Okay. And you've been to this secret cavern behind Fort Stonehope?
He nods. I know these
How
lands
re-
like the back of my hand.
how recently have you been out there?
Every other week.
Every other week. Well, I find your terms acceptable.
Very well. I'm ready to set out when you are.
Yes, I believe we set out tomorrow morning.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Thank you.
In the meantime, Simon, uh, were you the one approaching the other?
Uh,
No, that was Tally's, right? Or was
I
that you?
said seeing my fellow adventuring, seeing him recruit him. I'd say he just go back to the group then, seeing as the job's already
Vanders
complete.
has recruited a guide. Okay. So you would make your way back to the table.
Hmm.
And then Edelweiss, you made your way toward Seraphel and the man she was talking with for some time. You heard her talking with a man. Uh, she leaves him, but his name is Linus, apparently. Looks like they know each other or something. She turns to you, of course, and makes her way back to the table. So, do you want to go back with her or something else? Edelweiss, your action.
Yes. What are we doing? Sorry. I was blackout drunk.
Yeah. Seraphil was talking with Linus. You listened to the conversation for just a moment, but she finished quickly and made her way back to the table with you.
Oh,
Was there anything else you
to
wanted?
the table
Mhm.
where we will are where we will are fuck. To the table where we were all sitting together, or to
Yes, that
the
one.
bar table. That one, okay,
The
cool.
party's table, the
Well,
round table.
okay, I'll go join my friends. How many of them are there?
So far, it's Seraphil, you, Evandris, and Simon, and soon I think Tallies as well.
Okay, I'll just go sit down and wait.
Okay, and Tallies, did you have other business to attend to here at the tavern, or are you readied up?
I just wanted to
Can I go
get
slap somebody?
get some
Can I
get
do something?
you motherfucker! I swear to
Go ahead,
God, if
go
you
ahead, go
slap
ahead.
anyone, I'll kill you myself if you do that.
Alright, Tallies, what are
Okay,
you doing now?
Um, let's. I just wanted to get some hirelings real quick, just some random people, fighters preferably.
Alright,
If
so
I
you want to
find
talk to a
anyone.
stranger, or?
Yeah, see if there's anyone with a bow and a sword. Anyone that looks like a fighter.
You observe the crowd for any men-at-arms then, or hirelings.
Yeah.
Okay. You do see a man. He is wearing a gambeson, a shield, a club, and a dagger at his belt. No bow though. You want to try to hire this man?
Yeah, no problem.
You approach him, and what do you say to him?
Hey, are you willing to join me in an adventure with my party?
You can see him scratching at some strange rash on his arm. He nods and says, "Join your party. For for what?"
Um, I'll offer you a silver a day and half a share.
Right.
Those terms acceptable? We're going to Fort Stormhold.
You said half a share and a silver a day?
Yeah.
That is a very good deal, I suppose. But I'm a simple man-at-arms. I typically do not require as much. But if you're willing to pay extra, I would gladly accept and will serve you well.
Okay.
So typically a
Um,
man-at-arms is only paid a
the
down
only the
payment.
only thing the only thing I would require of you though is for you to get a ranged weapon. I noticed that you don't have one.
I don't have much money to spare at the moment. But perhaps if you pay my down payment, I'll be able to afford one.
I give him a silver and I tell him meet me back here tomorrow. Get yourself a sling and we'll be setting off.
Very well. A half share in a silver a day, yes?
Yes.
And your
And
name was?
I'll pay and this the silver that I'm giving you is part of your silver a day. So
Well, in that case, I'm not going to buy a sling. I'm going to hold on to this.
oh, are you sure about that? I thought my half a share a day was or half a share was very generous of me.
It is generous, yes, but there's nothing to share yet. I typically require a down payment of 10 silvers.
I begin to laugh. I say, okay, no, and I, I, I just laugh in his face
Well,
after he
I'm going
says
to keep
that.
this silver then, since you've
I,
wasted
I
my
never
time.
gave you, I never gave you the silver. What are you talking about?
Very well.
I was offering you a silver to get a sling.
Alright then.
I shoo him away. Get out of here.
You came to me, sir. This is my table.
I leave. Fine, I'll leave.
Other people look at you strangely. You might not be able to recruit in this town again, right?
Oh my god. Man's asked for 10 silvers. Can I at the very least know what level he was?
He was a level 0 character, man-at-arms.
Oh.
He said that to you, right? I told you he was a man-at-arms.
And he asked for 10 silver?
Yes, that's down payment.
That's that's a huge ripoff.
Think about down. It's only like a one-time if you hire him again.
It's to
Down
ensure the equipment that he started with, right? So you don't just kill him out in the middle of nowhere and take his gear and sell it. that money goes to his family, right, or to his house. So it says like an insurance fee or a hire fee. So if he dies,
Okay.
his family's left with something, right?
I guess.
All right.
I
You have returned
guess
to your
you're
party,
right.
and
Yeah.
Dallas has disrespected some of the people at the tavern this evening. He has made your table look a little bad, right?
It'll be fine.
So imagine like going
Mm.
to like a
I'm drunk.
it could be the drunkenness, but you offer some random person a job and then you disrespect them for them asking their payment, right? It's the usual payment. So,
I begin sleeping on the floor. There you
right.
go.
Or it's like a military recruiter walking to you in your high school, offering you to join the military and you refuse because you don't want to just join for no reason, and then they, call you a piece of shit and walk away, right, or something. Kill you, get lost, kid, and you're like at school and you're like, I can't get lost. I have to go to school. I have to go to class. All right.
Seems legit. Seems legit.
Some military recruiters are like that, I suppose, right? But they don't get any students, and all the students will not join the military then. After that,
Yeah.
Piece
or
of
at least that
shit.
recruiter is not gonna recruit any students anytime soon from that school. All right.
Oh, yeah. Let me
So
read that.
from here, your party is readied up. You pass the evening. Eventually, you leave the tavern, get some sleep, have a breakfast in the morning, meet with your guide at the tavern. You are joined by the scout, Bora. Okay.
Mm.
All right. And he's promised 1 silver a day, no down payment, and half share.
Yep.
Okay. In the morning, you've met with your guide and tells you if you're ready, he will lead you west into the plains along the old caravan road.
Yeah, I just had one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to buy
Torches.
10 torches and a tinderbox.
Anyone in particular you want to have carry it? Maybe one of the rookies?
Oh, yeah. Does anybody have a bag?
I
Because
have
I
a
only have a
pack.
sack. Okay.
I have a bag.
I can carry the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll have Simon carry it.
Okay.
Well, I have a sack. It's not the same thing, right?
No, a
So that
pack is
carries.
like way better.
Mm.
Good.
Peg carries 60
Well, the
pounds.
thing is, I live in France, and sack is the French word for bag. So
Mm-hmm.
Think of like pack is like a backpack, ready? Pretty much.
A sack is like a cloth sack, like a burlap sack. You fill it up,
yeah,
you carry it by hand.
Mm.
I got it. Got it.
A bag is like a satchel. It has one uh, strap or one sling to wear it around your neck to your waist. And a backpack is a
Got it.
two-hand or two-strap for your back. So
Mm.
Simon has a backpack. Carries 60 pounds of equipment. Additionally, he has received torches and a tinderbox, purchased
Mhm.
by Evandris.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, we ain't got much time. We spent a
Yes.
lot just sitting around. So let's go and get out of here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll meet up with the guide and we'll set off.
Alright. Marching through the western plains on the old caravan road should only take you a few hours. The
Mhm.
mountain stronghold, or the mountain range in which the mountain stronghold is within, is only about a league or two out to the west. During your march, there's still a day's chance worth of when encountering a wilderness monster as you travel through this part of the wilderness. And of course, there's still the chance of orcs. Rumored orcs have been spotted, and many times our party has come across them. Small orc warbands. This week is like no other, or is you know, the same as any other. I mean, same roll, same chances. Alright. Your party marches through the open plains for a couple hours or so. And you're nearing the mountains, you think. You're at least a couple hours into the march. When suddenly, from the tall grasses, your party is fired upon. Let's see. There are 3 arrows coming from the north, 3 arrows coming from the south.
Oh, shit.
We are surprised, ambushed along the road.
Sheesh.
So, let's see. In this moment, it looks like Tally's was hit for a total of, it was a 18 minus 1 for daylight, plus 1 for close range. Tally's, what's your armor class?
It's Masterwork Helmet and Heavy Gambeson.
You're hit for 5 damage from out of nowhere during your march. An arrow hits Tally's pretty hard. How many hit points do you have, Tally's?
I have. I'm probably dead already. I'd say I have 2 hit
2?
points. Yeah.
Saving throw versus death. As you're marching through the grasslands together with your band of 6, right? An arrow goes through Tally's throat. Tally's is on his knees, blood spurting from his throat. He can still possibly saved, right? If you have bandages, if you act fast enough. But he is wounded.
I save him. I save him now.
In a moment, you will have a chance. You all have 1 action. But before you can save him, there are 3 more arrows whizzing toward you from the south. This is toward Sylvia. This is toward Evandris. This is toward your scout. Misses. Only 1 of the 6 arrows were a hit. Tally's on his knees. Everyone else is bracing for combat. So starting with Evandris, what is your move? You have 1 action, 10 seconds to decide.
Pulling my spear and shield out.
Equipping weapons.
Getting ready.
Anything else?
Yep, bracing, trying to watch for where the enemies are.
Blocking south or north? Alright, too
South.
late. South. Okay. And then, Simon, your action. 10 seconds.
He takes out his spear and shield and he blocks to the north.
Anything else?
He retreats to the east.
Okay. Edelweiss, your action. Do anything
I
you
take
want.
out my spell book, put it on I take out my spell book, put it on my chest to protect myself, pull out my sling and try to use it.
Shoot. North or south? Alright. Random direction.
North.
Okay. Tally's is dying. Tally's,
North.
you want to just hold your wound or something else? You're about to die within seconds. There's an arrow in your neck.
I'll hold my.
You can say your final words, or you can try to hold it. Slow it, the bleeding
I'll
down.
hold. I'll hold my. I'll try to slow down the bleeding.
Okay, Tally's is dead in 6 rounds. But because he's holding the bleeding, it will be a little longer. He maybe has 2 minutes before he's dead. Alright, Seraphil, your move.
I grab my
Save
bandages,
him.
like, go towards and start wrapping my goddamn bandages around his neck or something.
Your time is up. So actions have been declared. What actually happens throughout this round is as we equip weapons, we're still fired upon from every direction, north and south, right? Or from 2 different directions, being flanked by monsters, shooting. There are these furred beastmen, right, wearing furs and such, and they have these bows in their hands, and they're firing from the north and the south, continually bombarding your party with arrows. Evandros is able to pull out his shield and, what was it, a spear?
Yep.
Standing with Simon, shield and spear. And they're trying to maybe form up a shield wall protecting those who are without such weapons, right? So they kind of move forward, trying to absorb the shots. And in that case, while they're doing that, Edelweiss, of course, is like on his knees, pulling out his book from his bag, right, or his belt. I mean, he's opening his case, getting that book out to protect himself. While he's doing that, Tallis is on his knees, holding his wound. Seraphel is running toward Tallis, opening her bag, pulling out her bandage. In this next round, as you're all taking these actions, more arrows are firing at us, right? This is round 2 of arrows.
Did my attack hit anybody?
No, not yet. You couldn't attack yet. So you get one action, right? So your action was so far you got on your knees, you pulled out your spell book, right, and brought it to your chest. Next round, because each round is 10 seconds of action, but then you're also kind of reaching for your sling to return fire. Let's see. This next round though, or before the third round, here comes the arrows. This one's going to we'll do 2 on the shield bearers. The shield bearers, if you want, you guys can spread out and block. I know one of you ran toward the east, back the way you came. If you run east, you cannot protect your friends. So, Simon, as you're preparing to run east, you realize you're gonna leave your men out in the open. Do you want to do this still, or do you want to
Well,
stop?
he was at the. I was saying east because I would have been at the front of the group, and he's like
Okay.
moving back to protect.
So you're falling back to
Yep.
protect your friends. You're
Mm-hmm.
blocking the south flank, right? Advantage is north, or something, or the opposite.
I said north.
Okay, advantage is south then. So, of the 6 shots, 2 will go for Avengers, 2 will go for Simon. Shields are pretty good at protecting against projectiles. Avengers, what's your armor?
Let's see. I have a gambeson, a shield, and a helmet. So
Gamson, helmet, and a shield is 1, but then against arrows, and if you defend, it becomes basically 4. So your armor class against arrows is when you do a defend with it, is -6, so it's armor class 3. So they need a pretty much like a without bonuses and such with their penalties, but the penalty and bonus negates. So they'll need about a 16 or higher to hit you. And then Simon, what'd you say your armor includes?
I have a heavy gambeson, a shield, and a helmet.
Okay, same thing. If you're defending with your shield, your total bonus is -7 bonus, so you have armor class 2 right now against the arrows. Here they come. First is Evandrus, scoring a monster score 8. That's in between 5 and 13, so we're gonna reroll. Scoring a 9 and a 17 to hit against them. The 17 is going to hit. The damage is going to be 5 points of damage on Evandrus. How many hit points do you have?
I have 6.
As you defend north, you're hit really bad, even though you're a very tough thief. Damn. Most thieves don't ever get that close to that many hit points at level 1. We'll see. Alright, so Evandrus is hit pretty hard though. It should kill up to 3 men with that one shot. Or 2 men at least. Normal men. Let's see. Evandrus takes it though like a champ. Let's see. The arrow landed in your... The arrow's in your knee. Let's see.
Fuck. I used to be.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
I took an
Yeah,
arrow to the
exactly.
knee.
Okay, so Evandrus T1, 1 of 6 hit points. Noted. Okay. The combat continues. 2 arrows coming towards Simon. 3 and a 14. 14 is not enough. Alright. And then, of course, next there's 2 more arrows. One's going for Seraphel. It's a 19 to hit. As Seraphel is pulling up bandages, she's hit by an arrow. She took 6 damage while pulling up bandages. That should kill the average man 3 times over. How many hit points do you have, Seraphel?
3.
So as you're on your knees kind of pulling up some bandages, they got a really good hit on you and dealt 6 damage to you. So, you got a saving throw versus death. Okay, pass.
Wait, what about their... What was the hit? What about their armor class?
What's your armor class, Seraphil?
Heavy gambeson.
Heavy, that's it, right? So yeah, 19 would hit. Okay. Alright. Your hit, let's see where it's in. Okay. This arrow looks like it landed in your... Let me check reference. Body hit. Number 5. Yeah, it's a body hit. Okay. There's an arrow in your back right now. and it's caused you a lot of damage. You're at 1 hit point, you're wounded. You have a pierce the back. Anything that has to do with your back is at a great penalty now. Let's see. It went pretty deep into your body. So. And then of course Evandris has or he's still alive. He didn't get majorly wounded yet. There's just an arrow like that is sticking in the knee of his armor. So it did not actually penetrate your knee, and if it did, it cut your knee just barely. But it has not penetrate. It has not gone through your knee yet.
Gotcha.
That would be, of course, an actual wound, dropping you to 0 hit points. So this arrow is only kind of just sticking out of your armor. But of course, Seraphel suffered an actual wound. There's an actual arrow in his back that's gone pretty deep and has wounded him. Alright, Seraphel is wounded. He has a -4 penalty in this situation. Let's see. Wounded action. So Seraphel's on his knees. Tally's is also dying. Arrow in his throat. Okay, and next is the last shooter. This one went for Edelweiss, who is on his knees pulling out his spellbook and sling. Okay. Rolling to hit. He is hit, and he only takes 4 damage. How many hit points does he have? Let's see. Edelweiss. Ambushed.
2.
2. Alright. Saving throw versus death. Pass, I think. 12. What's your constitution? Or wisdom? Let's see. Oh no, that's a fail
My
then.
constitution is 13.
13?
Yep.
Oh, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 3.
Yeah, that's the saving throw versus death. So, he will be dead soon as well. Let's see. There's an arrow in him. He will not last very long. It landed in his... There's one in his lung, right? So, it punctured your gut through your lung. So.
That's fine.
Edelweiss is badly wounded. So, like, you're getting your kit out, right? And arrow goes through your back into your lungs. As you're pulling things out, we're under fire. Probably the first thing you need to do next time is take cover. Jump into grasses, but we're out in the open still. Under heavy fire.
Okay.
That's where we made the wrong move. Let's see. Okay, so we got 2 characters gonna die soon, right? They're both badly wounded in action and will be dead within seconds. Edelweiss does not have long to live. Unless he gets immediate surgery, right? Or, I mean, the medical attention on his lung or his wound. But his mouth is he's starting to cough blood out, right, with an arrow in his lung. Let's see. As the fight continues, the 3rd round of combat, Evandris, you're standing your ground, shield wall, watching the north flank or something like that, right? Same thing with
South
Simon.
flank.
Do you want to advance in your enemy's position or just continue to hold the line? You're sitting ducks.
Yeah, I'm gonna advance then. Advance into the tall grass.
Alright, you're running to the tall grass, spear and shield, toward the enemy position. Rushing the first one or the close one you're at. As you're running toward it, let's see, they continue to fire on your position. And Simon, same thing, you want to rush your foe to you're going south or north?
I'm gonna charge with Evandris
Same
with
direction
my
as him?
shield. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you both run, you guys want to run north or south?
North.
Okay, you guys rush north together.
I'll be
spear and shield.
behind him.
And in
not
those
behind.
2 rounds, actually your scout was returning fire toward the enemy. The first round he was surprised, of course, like the rest of you, but the next round, he already had his bow out and he was firing back the enemy. Your scout is a thief though. He only has 1 attack and no bonuses because he's out in the open. So he's returning fire, trying to suppress the enemy. His shot was a 15 against at least one of them, which is a hit, and the damage with his longbow is 1d8. He dealt 6 damage to one. This during round 2. During round 2, let's see if he kills one. It was a kill. Okay. He did kill at least one of them so far. Okay, and next is third round. So during the third round, still we know Evandris and Simon are pushing north. The thief continues to return fire. And Edelweiss is wounded badly. Edelweiss, you got your sling out, your book out. Do you still want to take a shot? But you're wounded really bad. If you move your hand from your wound, you will bleed faster. You're applying pressure.
Do I have a okay? How do I have a chance of surviving?
You do. If someone can stop. So your lung was hit maybe, or something like that, or got close to being hit. There's torn somewhere, right? But if someone can at least hold the bleeding so the lung maybe staunches or something, cauterizes, it'll be filled with. You'll have a collapsed lung most likely by the end of this, but you might still survive. So
Uh,
you want to hold your wound, fight to the end, or you want to give in?
I'm gonna fucking fight.
Fight. So you let go
I'm
of your wound.
gonna
You're gonna
yeah.
start shooting. Okay. So you get up and you fight. You don't want to just sit there and die. So you get up and you're dying and you're throwing the stone with your sling. Do you want to shoot toward the south end since Simon and Evangelist are running north?
The closest person I see, I wanna shoot them.
Okay.
That's it. Simple.
And then Talis, right? Also dying. Arrow in your throat. You're on your knees. You're holding your wound still. You don't have very long. What do you want to do this round? Continue to hold your wound or something else?
Um, can I bandage myself up if they brought out the bandages?
You can kind of crawl over and grab it, but that means you have to move your hand from your wound. You'll
Are
just
they
be
not
freely
next to me?
bleeding. They're close by. Yeah, Seraphil's close. You can see she's also on her side though. She got shot in the back and is holding her wound now, or grabbing at it. Lots of pain. So you're dying. You got an arrow in your throat. You're on your side, holding your throat. And you can start crawling over to the bandages if you want, but you might die before you get to the bandages.
Would I? Would you say I'm holding it with one hand, or would I
You're
be
holding it with
holding
two
it with both
hands.
hands?
You got two sides leaking out, right? The arrow went through your neck, so you're holding one side with one hand and the other side with the other hand. Trying to slow the bleeding.
I'll continue to
You only had
just hold
seconds
it.
to decide, so you were just thinking.
I'll continue to hold it.
Alright. Seraphil, 10 seconds to decide your action this round.
Uh, can I throw my bandages towards him?
You could, but you're also dying, right?
Oh my god.
But you're
No,
not dying as
screw it.
quickly as he is. You just have a pierced back. So you're
Yeah,
not
screw
bleeding
it.
out. He's bleeding out.
Yeah.
So you're throwing your bandages in his direction.
Yeah, like two.
Please
to
just
make sure.
bandage me.
Okay.
You bandage yourself. I can't even get up.
She's on her back, or on her side, with an arrow in her back. If she gets up, she might get shot, right? So, let's see.
Wait, can I crawl?
You could crawl, but you have an arrow in your back.
Yes.
So, you just gotta make sure you don't fall on your back. Otherwise, the arrow will go deeper. Maybe cut more parts up in your body. Alright,
Yeah, I'll take the risk.
here comes round 3, starting with, we'll do we'll do some movement first. Alright, so for movement, we see the enemy are firing, one more time as you approach. Let's see, it'll be, yeah, the enemy fire as you move toward them to engage. So we see movement. Evandris and Simon, you close distance with them. The enemy are firing at about 30 feet from the road. You guys move together at around 20 feet per round.
Hmm.
So you'll move and
Cool.
they'll just be able to shoot. Let's see.
Yeah, so We can block as we're moving though, right?
Yeah. If you block as you move slower.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you want to just rush him, 20 feet
Mhm.
closer. It will take you 2 runs to get to one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run toward them as fast as you can, and they fire on your positions. We're not blocking anymore. So 3 against you guys. Here's Evandrus, 11 to hit him. To miss. Simon, 4 to hit you. To miss. Back to Evandrus, 12 to hit you. To miss. And toward the south flank, um, the ones to the south are firing at your position from behind, and they don't have close range bonus anymore, so you just move north. Actually, let me check the range of a short bow. Close range. So the original position was 30 feet south of you. Short bow. Range 5 to 50 feet. You moved 20 feet further, so they're still in close range of you. +1 bonus, -1 penalty from daylight. 15, 18, and that 20. So the next target was Simon. Simon's hit with an 18.
Mm.
It dealt
I
him.
have 16 decks in my deck.
You still hit, I'm pretty sure. It's an 18 to hit. What's your armor class?
Heavy gamison, shield, helmet, and 16 dexterity.
Okay, shield doesn't help you here because they're shooting you in the
Okay.
back. So heavy
Okay, okay.
gamison's 2, and then dexterity's 1, and then helmet is
Mm.
1. So armor class.
Dex 16 +2, right?
Oh, 16? Okay, so 1,
Mm-hmm.
2. Alright, so -5. You have armor class 4. 18's a hit. You took
No,
3 damage as you rush north.
I'm good.
Okay. How many points do you have?
5.
Like 5 out of 5? I mean 5 total?
I'm at 2 out of 5 right now from
Okay.
that arrow.
Next arrow was scored a 15. This was toward Evandrus. Evandrus, what's your armor class? Or what's your armor?
Gambison helmet and Dex +1.
Okay, yeah, shield doesn't help here. So that's only -3. So 15 hits. Dealt you. As you rushed north, you took 3 damage on your way northward into the grasses. So you're running, trudging through the grasses, tall grass with spear and shield. From behind, you're hit by an arrow. Right, hits you in the back for 3 damage. How many hit points do you have total?
I have 1 left, but I had 6 total.
Oh, I see it. So you just took a death blow right now. Let's see. Saving throw versus death. So you rush into the grasses, not taking cover. It's a 2, failed. So you'll be dead in about 1 round. Unless you hold your bleeding, you'll be dead in 2 rounds. So as soon as you get shot in the back, it was actually in the back of your throat then, right? It would be a lethal hit. So you get shot in the back of your throat, you fall over, crashing into the grass, blood spurting out of your throat. Alright, do you want to grab your wound? You don't have long, or do you just want to say your final words?
He'd just yell out. Yeah.
You want to yell like run or something, or?
Yeah.
Alright, you yell
Run.
like run, run, right? And you're just dying there. Okay, that's it for Evandrus. Evandrus has died during this adventure. Our first casualty. Sorry, Blade, but tonight you lose. Evandrus has had a decent run, but he has met his end this evening. He is shot in the throat during an ambush against an orc warband, it looks like. He was a great warrior, a thief, right? A soldier of fortune on his way to Fort Stonehold, but he was ambushed in the western plains against again a small orc warband. Skirmishers opened fire on our position. You know, they have developed a new tactic. They have opened fire from 2 different flanks, and we're being shot dead. Vandrus crashes into the dry grass. You know, just yelling "run" as blood spurts from his throat and neck. He dies within seconds. The combat or the battle continues. For the remainder of the adventure, Blade, you may sit in and see how it ends, or you may take your leave. Thank you for playing.
Yep, thank you.
Alright, the rest of you, the game is not over quite yet. So, we have 3 wounded. Simon, you're still running. The last shot was in that 20, and that was on you. So, it hits you for 5 damage, another death blow. As Simon rushes north against the enemy in the tall grasses, right? They're just firing on our position. You're running valiantly through the tall grass toward them. You're shot and you're shot down, but it's a saving throw success, and therefore you're gonna survive the hit, but you're at 1 hit point and you're wounded in action. This one went through your face.
Oh.
This one, there's an arrow in your eye socket right now.
Oh my god.
So you're on your knees as well, holding your wound. You'll be dead in 1d6 minutes instead, unless the wound is tended to. So you got 6 minutes before you're dead.
6 minutes out.
Unless
a lot of rounds.
your wound is tended to, right? So
Yeah.
right now you're slowly bleeding from your eye.
How many rounds is that?
That's a
Am I
long,
dead?
wow, that's at least 36 rounds.
Yeah, no, he's gonna full charge. He's still.
Get back up and keep running.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, you'll hear like a surprise, like and then like he'll just like get completely angry.
All right. We got 3 men on
Yeah.
the road still, crawling around, grabbing at their wounds, right? Just in complete agony, right? They're like all curled up and spurting blood and dying on the road. So 3 of our men ambushed. Starting back the next round with Simon. You're just charging toward the enemy still as they continue to open fire. The one that you're trying to close with is at this point retreating to the tall grass or running further away as you try to run after it. The other ones are continually firing on your position.
Yeah.
And then
Would I close this round?
nope, because it's running this round. The one that you're going for is running away from you. While you're chasing it, the other 2 are firing at you.
Well, I'm just going for the closest one with my spear.
Yep, the closest one is running away. It doesn't just
Oh,
stand
okay.
there. As
Okay.
you run toward it, it fired and then start running away. You run after it. And as you charge after it, and it sprints off while the others continue to fire on your position. Tallies, you're on the road still, dying. You let go of your neck wound for just a moment. Blood is just spurting from your neck. You're crawling to the bandages. You're grabbing at them. The ones that were chucked over to you. Seraphil, you will be dead in 1 to 6 minutes with your wound. Your wound is not as lethal as his. You got 3 minutes before you're dead. So, you're just kind of like laying there on the road. What's your next action, Seraphil? You had 3 bandages, so if you want, you can use one of your bandages to wrap around yourself. But it takes longer to wrap it on your person if you're doing it by yourself. Okay, so you start working on your wound, right? You unroll a bandage, start wrapping your wound. Simon's trying to, Tally's trying to do the same thing. In Edelweiss, there's one more bandage, I think. I think you bought your own bandages. You can try to tend to your own wound. But
Yeah, I'm gonna try to heal myself.
You got shot in the lung, you think, or somewhere close. So you can feel yourself coughing blood. You don't got much time. You take out your bandage, start wrapping your wound as best you can to slow the bleeding. And let's see.
I'm gonna do something simple. Try to heal myself. I'm gonna first break one end of the spear, like the arrow off, and try to pull it out, and then bandage myself.
Okay. So it's not sticking out, yeah. Alright. So as they're tending to their wounds, the combat continues. We are outnumbered at the moment for fighting men against them. The situation does not look good at all. Simon continues running toward his foe, but as he runs towards it, it runs away. And as that was happening, he shot 5 times.
Yep.
2 from the north and 3 from the south.
Yep.
The 2 north are close range. The 2 south are normal range. You're hit once.
Yeah, I think. Okay, hopefully that deals 1 damage.
6 damage. So.
Huh.
You drop down
Ain't that
to
quite-
0 hit points again. You got to save and throw, or you're wounded in action already. So wounded characters can be instantly killed. If you're charging
just-
after the the one
It's
that
in,
you're going for.
yeah.
Yeah. This
Mhm.
next arrow is
Because it's in my eye. Well, I can still move fine, right? Because it's in my eye.
barely like it. You're like running forward. You can barely see. You're wounded too. There's
Yeah.
an arrow in your head, right? Blood is spurting from your
Okay.
face, and a
Yeah.
second arrow hits you, and it goes through your side into your lung, and that's a killing
Yeah.
blow.
Yeah.
Simon
He's
crashes
like
dead.
traumatized. He's like stunned from this arrow in his eye. He's adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah, he's like
He's a
running
dead
after
man
it.
walking.
Yep, running and running, and then he's shot in the side again, dead. Three more arrows came toward you, but missed or hit, but you're already dead by then. And your
Mm.
men are still crawling around trying to grab their wounds. Back on the road, um, so Edelweiss, your wound is like just leaking, right? It's not, or not Edelweiss, Seraphel, your wound is just leaking. You wrap it, and it's automatic success. Just tie your bandage around yourself. And then, of course, Tallies, you gotta make a saving throw again to stop the bleeding. If you fail, then your bandage was not tight enough, and you're still bleeding, naturally. So Tallies, try to slow his bleeding down. Let's see if it works.
Come on.
Alright, you try it again, and you're able to slow it down, but you're still bleeding. So now you got more time, but it was a failed roll. Your bandage, all it was able to do though was slow the bleeding. So bleeding slows down. You got maybe a minute left before you're dead. So you need another bandage. Um, and as for Edelweiss, you try to wrap your own wound. It's a it's a body wound, so you wrap the whole bandage. You just try to plug up the wound, right? So you just kind of stuff the bandage and then wrap it around your whole body as best you can. Your attempt fails, but you're able to slow the bleeding, so you don't die within rounds. You have 1 minute before you're dead. But fortunately, you have more bandages, so you can use another one. We need one more bandage for him. He tries again. This next time, since the bleeding is slower, the second bandage will do the job. So -2 bandages from Edelweiss, -3, and then we need one more bandage for Tallies. So total is minus all 3 bandages um, from Seraphil to save your men. -3 bandage, and then -2 from Edelweiss. So after a few minutes of just tending to your wounds, you guys all save your wounds, right? Stop the bleeding. But by then, of course, the monsters have gathered around you, right? And are preparing to just kill you guys, right? So monsters can carefully approach your position on the road. All of you are kind of seated upright, holding your wounds, tightening your bandages. Monsters have their bows aimed on you. Do you guys want to surrender to them, fight them, or something else? Keep in mind, 2 of you have spells.
I cast Charm Person on
Uh,
whichever one I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, it's his turn?
You both want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's my spell. I would like to charm.
Yeah.
We can both do it.
We can both do it. Let's
Yeah,
both do it.
remember he memorized it
We
too.
can all do it. How many of us can? How many of us can do it
Just us two.
at the same
Just you
time?
two. You both are the magic. Remember in the
Okay.
beginning he memorized your spell, so you
We
both
can
can do
both
it.
do
Let's go.
So, otherwise there's 6 of them. You use it against one of them. And same thing with tallies. You guys want to use it on separate ones or the same one?
Separate ones.
Let's use it on separate ones.
And any in particular? They all just kind of look the same, right? They gather around you, bow aimed. All right. You just do
Just
random
the
ones.
closest one, I
Okay.
guess.
So here we go. Saving throw versus spells. So as they were approaching, you guys were praying to the spirits, calling upon them for your powers, right? And basically, charm person, you can target a single humanoid creature who must make a saving throw versus spells or be charmed as follows. If they are charmed, they will be your friend potentially. They will accept commands. They have to be of the subject nature. They will not kill themselves though. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
All right, fail and
Can we
success. So Edelweiss, the one that you try to charm, failed. so that means it's charmed. You were speaking some things and you know you curse them, right? So as soon as he approaches, what do you want to say to it? It probably does not understand you, but it looks at you friendly, that you guys know each other.
Wait, did I failed?
The monster failed the saving throw, so you succeed. And then Dallas, nothing happened for you. You tried
Okay,
it, but
so I charmed them.
you got one, you think. Of the six of them, one of them does not aim his bow, right? This one looks toward Edelweiss as if it
Okay,
knows
well
Edelweiss.
I'm gonna tell him to come fight with us.
He's saying, come fight with us, right? And it's confused, right?
Yes.
It cannot understand you. You have to speak
Hmm.
its language.
Oh, I have to speak its
Isn't there a
language.
chance, a random chance for
Well,
every?
What's your intelligence?
my my intelligence is 10. It's okay intelligence. I think I might be able to know what his language is,
Yeah, so if you had
and
13
to
intelligence,
speak
you
it.
could start speaking with it in its language, but because you only have 10, you at least understand this monster speaks Orc. And they're starting to talk to your party in Orc language. Talis, do you have a high intelligence?
Okay,
I have a 13 intelligence.
Do you want to talk to
I
them?
can understand.
okay. Well,
I say
he says it. I repeat it.
I
Yeah.
say I say um help us, your friends are attacking us, please.
That's an obvious lie. You want to just outright do that? They're not
Mm,
stupid. Although it's charm,
Wait,
charm
what
does
do you
not make.
mean? That's not huh? How's that an outright lie?
Like
Your
it's
friends
friend.
that's
are
not a lie.
attacking us?
Oh,
Your
I mean,
friends are attacking us, help us please? That's not an
oh,
outright huh?
I thought you meant something different. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
All right. So you say that, so that Eldevice repeats
Huh?
it, right? Otherwise, you tell them that you ask them to help, that their friends are attacking you, and the orc is speaking, and Talis can understand that it says, uh, no, we will not attack you. We make you prisoner, except you.
um
You are friend.
Oh,
Let's see. He looks to Edelweiss, right? But everyone else.
interesting. We don't want to be prisoners, right?
So they gather around. They have their bows aimed at you, and two of them come out with their knife and look to your weapon and like kind of motion you to throw your weapons to the side. Do you guys want to give up your weapons?
fine.
Okay, so as you toss your weapons to the side, the one that's apparently friends with Edelweiss comes to Edelweiss, lifts him up, and pats him down, right? And just like picks up Edelweiss's weapons and hands the weapons back to Edelweiss. And Talis is still speaking Orc language, and they could hear Talis speaking Orc to you, Edelweiss. Talis, were you whispering into
Hold on.
Edelweiss?
Let me hold up. Give me a second. Wait, did I just throw my weapon and then they handed it back to me?
Just you, not the others.
Okay.
Okay. The brutes, these are
I guess
brutes of men, right? They're these pig-headed demi-humans, like demons, right? They're like these large, furry kind of men, or hairy men, not furry, but pretty hairy like a pig, right? And then of course they got these large boar or piggish heads. Um, they're pretty buff. They're tough looking, wearing furs, and the one that's apparently Edelweiss's friend talks with him. He's like talking, and Talis has to translate, right? Talis
I
comes
I
forth
say
to translate.
I see I'm Edelweiss's best friend. He'll be incredibly sad and depressed if he sees me die. Please help me.
You say that in Orc, and they just
Yep.
like push you back, right? And they grab Edelweiss, or at least the friend of Edelweiss grabs him, pulls him away from the rest of you, while the rest of the two with the knife one of them takes out a rope and begins to bind your hands to each other. So there's like a train of you, right, making you their slaves, their prisoners. And from here, Edelweiss, your friend, just kind of shakes your hand and sends you off. He kind of just throws you, or just kind of leaves you there, and they march off into the grasslands with your friends. They march northward. Do you want to follow them, or do you want to head home?
Wait,
Are you asking
whatever
me?
happened to the guy with the bow and arrow?
Oh, they killed him. They shot him already. He was returning
Oh,
fire and such, and they've already killed your guide during the combat.
I thought they
damn.
spent their ammo shooting me and the thief. Like their turn.
That's true. I guess your
Yeah.
guide took cover then, and yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him.
He
Kind of
probably
lost track.
booked it.
He's probably in the tall grasses waiting, because he is a thief. He's able to hide.
Yeah.
So,
He's seen this happen before.
all right.
He
So,
planned this.
Maybe he'll take my body back.
as they march away, otherwise you're joined by the guide. The guide says that we can try to rescue your friends, um, or we can head back, right? So, what do you think? If you want to risk it.
Okay,
But
so
if he says if we're
I
going
have
to,
two choices, right?
yeah, survive, live another day, leave
What
your
are
friends.
they? Okay, I either leave my friends or survive another day with them.
Yep, come back to the village and maybe find them at some other time, but most likely they'll be lost. They'll be prisoners to the orc wars, right? Uh, prisoners to the orcs.
Shit. Okay, okay, I'll make it simple. I'll tell the orcs, hey, either you free
No, you cannot talk to
my
them. They're gone.
friends or
And
you're gonna.
I mean, if you want to run after
They're
them, talk to
gone?
them. Yeah, but your translator is gone with them, right? Talis is taken a prisoner.
Wait, so my friends are being taken as
Yeah, they're
prisoners?
being led north. They're
And
marching north.
I'm all alone?
You're with the guide. The guide was hiding, but he came out when the monsters left. You can see the monsters in the distance now, north of you in the grasses.
Yeah, can I go after the monsters and talk to them?
Yeah, you could. Alright, you run after them, but the thief is not gonna
Okay,
come with you.
I have my weapons, right?
No, they give
I
your
have my
weapon back.
weapons, right?
They give you
Okay,
your
well, what
sling
I'm
and
gonna
knife
do is
back.
I'm gonna run. Okay, I'm gonna run after the orcs.
Alright, you run after them to talk to them again. The thief does not go after. He kind of sneaks and stays behind.
Who said to talk to them again? First of all, I want to know what I'm seeing right now.
So you're running toward them, right, to the tall grass, trying to get to the monsters who are leading your men away. Eventually you find them again, and they see you. They're confused, right, to see you. Your friend comes to you, the orc friend. He speaks in orc to you, but you do not understand what he says. And kind of shoos you away. The rest of
Am I
them, are not your friend, by the way.
Okay, okay.
So the orc friend of yours is telling you to
When
go, but his orc friends are looking to like maybe kill you now, right? Since you're back.
Sheesh.
So the orc is like,
So
there.
the other ones are not my friends.
the other ones are not your friends. You only can use that on one of them. So the other ones don't know you. They're like, we should take him prisoner. And this was like, no, this one, your orc friend, Tally's heard the orc friend defending you. He was like, this one is good. Let this one live, right? This one will not harm us. He is not of issue to us. But the others, we can slave, right? So the orcs are
Okay, I'm
like,
gonna
let's take
fuck
him
off.
prisoner. So the others are like, let's just take him with us.
I'm
He
gonna
wants to come.
fuck off.
Like Talis, you can hear them talking. The orcs that are with you are like, he's back. He wants to come with. Let's just take my prisoner. He wants to be prisoner too, right? And the orc is like, no, this one
Yeah,
is
okay.
good. He will lead more.
I'm gonna make it look like I'm gonna make it look less suspicious by making it look like I didn't go there for a reason. Like I went there for a reason, and I'm gonna like let me think. What can I give them that isn't really of much worth?
Just give them something valuable.
mm, Why
You
would I
see,
give
two
them
of them
something
are
valuable?
carrying a dead one away, right? They're probably gonna bury their comrade somewhere or burn him somewhere. The others are leading the prisoners, and one of them is your friend.
Ooh, if I give them something valuable, they might think of freeing you. Hell no, they're not gonna fucking do that. Oh shit. So
They
hard.
might.
Can I like?
They
Can I
might.
like? They might.
They might.
Talis is talking to you, and they
Oh.
just hit Talis as he keeps speaking.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try to give them my. Maybe give them my spell book.
You offer your book for what? For one of your friends?
Freedom of my friends.
You like reach your spellbook out toward them, offering it, and one of them picks it up and looks inside and is confused, right? They cannot read it.
Oh shit. Well, can I? Okay, they don't understand me. Can I just grab it and run?
Alright, you take it back and you just run away. And the others are like, there he goes, right? He could have been ours. Alright. But for the end of the adventure, the scout is sorry.
Can I like while they're distracted, can I like run away? Can I try to like free myself or run away?
You're tied to a rope and you're badly wounded. You still want to try to run away?
Yes.
Okay. So
Hang on.
as he runs off, you start running toward too, but because you're tied to all your friends, they're dragged with you. And as you're dragging your friends with you and all that, the monsters just simply grab one of your friends and the rope snags you, right? Because you're tied to the rope too. And they see that you're causing an issue.
I bite one of the orcs.
So your hands are tied by the rope.
I know,
And
I bite one of the orcs.
you try to bite them. So as
Yeah.
you reach toward them, the one that you reach toward, you're wounded, just grabs at your scalp, grabs your jaw, and pulls your jaw off.
Please kill me.
It pulled your jaw off.
I
There's
like
bleeding from your mouth.
I start screaming insults at them.
Right. You're not dead, but your jaw is bleeding. Right. It ripped off your
I tell
chin.
them that they're all filthy pigs that deserve to rot and die.
Right. So you can't speak at all because your lower mouth is gone now. Like you try to
Oh,
bite at one, it grabbed your scalp,
Yeesh.
kicked you onto your knees, took its two hands, grabbed separated your mouth and just ripped your
I mean,
chin off. Right. And you fall to the ground dead, pretty much, because you're
okay,
bleeding out from your
good,
face. And
good.
it then, of course, unties your hands from the rope, and now it's just the other two who are tied to the rope. So Talis
Good.
at least put out the misery, but the one that killed you picks you up, and you can hear them talking, but now your friends can't understand anything that they're saying because you were the translator. You were the only chance of escape, possibly, right? Now you're dead. So,
I don't care. Let them die.
We can.
Who's
What
dead?
the fuck were we? What the fuck were we gonna do?
Seraphel,
Who died?
what's up?
What the fuck were we gonna do? Huh? Huh?
Who died?
Alright, Talis died,
What the
trying
fuck
to
were we?
escape. He was a
Good.
Talis
disobedient
died.
prisoner.
Good riddance.
They need food. Alright, Seraphel, what's your question?
Can I just, while he was doing that, can I actually bite my tongue so I can die?
You bite your own
I
tongue?
don't want to.
You
Yeah.
don't want to suffer?
You feel
Alright,
no,
you
hell
try to
no.
you try to fight back, but the orcs, they see you trying to fight back now, or you just you start biting your tongue, scared of what's to happen, right? And they instead just knee you in the gut and force you to keep marching. They need prisoners to work or be their slaves.
No, no.
Alright.
What do you
Can
mean?
I
You can
actually like
bite your
bite my
tongue
tongue
off?
off?
These are
Yeah.
monsters of men, right? Pigmen. They lead you north to their camps, right? And the
Oh,
fate of
hell
Seraphel
no.
and Simon is up to interpretation of what these monsters will do to you, right? We know that they're probably going to eat your friend. They are cannibals, or not exactly cannibals, but they do eat men because men are not their species. Men are considered food. So uh, they would probably eat, of
Hell
course,
no.
Talis, right? When you get back, you would eventually see them in their large war camp. They would butcher him, right? Hang his meat to dry, cook him, and feed you parts of him eventually too. Probably they will not feed you much, but they will feed you little bits of your friend if you want to eat anything. You will probably just starve though. Seraphel, you are not allowed to kill yourself. They make you suffer, right, and be their slave. Same with
God
Simon,
damn it.
and they are of course evil creatures, beings of or monsters from hell, right? Satan's spawn. They will do very evil things to both of you.
Did you say Simon? Simon's dead.
Not Simon, sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, who else was a
Cause
prisoner? It was
yeah, the arrow killed him. I mean, maybe
yeah,
if he
Simon died
surrendered,
outright.
but he was dying. Yeah, he was dead.
Yeah. So they have 2 meats and 1 slave. This is Seraphil
Yeah.
as their slave.
Did they take my body?
And at the Vice, you got home, but you had no idea what would happen to your friends from there. Maybe one day, if your party tracks the monsters to the wilderness encampment, you can fight them, but you'll need an army to take them down. So,
Hmm.
we'll see.
Sheesh.
Wait, did they get my body
No. They carried your
No.
body as meat.
as meat? How good did I taste?
We don't know. You're not there.
Oh,
You're dead. Alright. But that's the end of tonight's tale. It was a loss, unfortunately. We did not even make it to the stronghold. We got
Alex
ambushed
just
on the
killed
way there.
himself.
yep.
No shot, you guys actually.
Alright. Sorry I had to end this way.
So I'm
Most
the only
adventures.
survivor?
Yeah, at the Vice,
Well,
you are a
dude,
survivor. You're the winner. You did not
that
win
was
much, but you
that was
survived.
fucked.
I'm gonna
Alright,
That
and
was
you have a
fucked.
Edelweiss, I think you have a permanent injury, right? Your injury, it turns out you have after all that combat, you were shot pretty bad. Uh, and you thought it was your lung, but it was not. It was just a pure side. If it was your lung, you would have died. Your lung would have been filled with blood and you would have died. So you have a pure side,
Nice.
which can be healed over time. So there's just basically a hole in the side of your body that has to heal. But until it heals, um, anything that has to do with your pierced side will be at a -1 or -4 penalty. So it's not a very bad wound, because usually you don't have to use your side, right? Unless you're in combat or something. So your character is disabled for
So
some
if I
time.
come back and play again here,
You could, but most likely your
any
next game,
injury that I
yeah, because you have
yeah.
a wound, your character has to retire for some time, right? He's going to be a retired adventurer. But then one day he can adventure again once his wound heals and he just has a scar. So probably a pure side takes about maybe a few months to heal fully. So in one season, right now it's summertime and it's late or it's like the middle of summer right now. So in the middle of fall, you can play as Edelweiss again. But the next time you play D&D with us, you will roll a new character. So that Edelweiss, he's just a villager in the or adventurer retired in the village, right? People sometimes will see him in the tavern with his arrow wound in his body. So like a lot of the NPCs you might meet in the game are actually inspired or based on or actually other characters just resting up, right? Like if you meet a wounded adventurer in the tavern, it's most likely someone else's character just waiting to adventure again. So
Mhm.
so Edelweiss,
Nice.
yeah, he's
Mhm.
gonna be in the tavern, right? And other players who play when you're not playing will see Edelweiss, right? And they'll see that he has a wound, right? And he will talk about his story. Like he tried to march to Stormhold once, but he did not make it there because they were
Yep.
ambushed by orcs. And he was the
Mhm.
only survivor
Hold
of
up,
his party.
Mhm.
hold up. Is this how this game works? Like you have yeah, basically a catalog of characters that people have created that you can use and reuse.
Yep, it's an open world.
And they
It just
don't die.
continues. If you don't
Damn.
die,
So,
you're
so the
part of the story.
characters.
Mhm.
So
But
the characters you were all calling upon earlier were earlier characters that people had chosen or that you had chosen.
Yep, sometimes, yep. Most of the time, they're based on another character or are the actual character. So a lot of the characters that are like soldiers of fortune are actual soldiers of fortune from players. So other players.
mhm.
Nice. That's
This
really
session.
cool. That's really cool. Well, I liked my first Dungeons and Dragons
Mhm.
experience. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, we
Thank
go.
you for playing. Thank you everyone for playing, and have a good night.
Mhm.
I'll see you guys
Yeah.
next weekend.
Have a good
I
night.
got a quick question, you can.
hmm
It's the end of July, right? So Anton will be recovered by next session.
It is the end of July, so it'll be August. August is still summer.
Oh, August or something.
So 3 more games, and then he can march back into the campaign.
Oh, no more games. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and just roll up my own character.
That's fine.
So you don't have to.
All right. Have
Don't
a
want
good
to
night.
waste too much.
I'll see
Yeah,
you
you have
guys
a good
next
night.
time.
See ya.